Unmuting. Hello and welcome to a very special Sunday edition of Nat20Hot. 20 Not, it's 20 Hot. Who needs Sunday night football when you could have Sunday night D&D with the people that you love most in the world, which is the people that are here on this here stream. We're so grateful that you've decided to join us here tonight for another very exciting edition of Nat20 Hot. Now is the time when I'm getting a bunch of messages right as I'm hopping on. How weird. Um, yeah, truly. Um, if you're joining us for the first time, we are a group of friends that like to play D&D together, and we've been doing this for now 2 years, which is insane. And as I say, starting last week, but now doing it all the time, we're doing this for us. So if you don't like it, you can kick rocks. And guess what? We're still happy that you're here either way. So before we get into it, let's go ahead and go do a recap of the things that happened last session. Last time out, our party made safe the city of Hylasera after defeating the Earl King. He's both an Earl and a King. And they were able to loot the Earl King's body, retrieving his crown, his cloak, his glaive. That's Willem's new favorite weapon. And they brought it to the Dawn Gate of the city, which was still under siege by the Earl King's encroaching army. And in parading it around in such a performative way, and Dunk making quite the intimidating display, wielding the glaive around, they were able to encourage the army to retreat, given that their leader was now dead. While fighting still persisted inside the city, the king of the Summer Court, Amar, and his captain of the guard, Talia, did arrive to let you know that they were incredibly grateful for your efforts and that they would be able to continue to make safe the city without your assistance if you had other more pressing things to go off and attend to, which in your eyes, you did. Uh, you returned to the material plane where Randy had been for a couple weeks, basically checking out and making sure that the Marigold estate was safe and ensuring that those there were aware that they should be staying only at the estate given the potential for them to be potentially infected with the quote unquote horrors of Eli Goy, a potential god that you all, or some of you all, have invested in your brains and having discovered under the city of Old Hallow, an amalgamation of his arrival on the material plane and the Fey plane. Um, Randy saw that Eliana was not quite well, nor was Puck, and he also found a great deal of ooze in the forests surrounding the Marigold estate, which seemed to move around and be corrupting some of the animals in the forests surrounding the estate, including a handful of missing cows and chickens from the estate itself. But unfortunately, that would have to wait as Randy headed back to the Ebon Lake to be brought back to the Feywilds so that they might go off to see the wizard Draken Voss, in the hopes of finding one, a potential ally, and two, freeing King Amar's daughter Clarissa from her orb prison inside the wizard's tower. An ally, however, they did not find, at least if Willem has anything to say about it, and he'll say so loudly. He is going to let everyone know that they are not to be friends with Draken Voss, and by the end of the conversation, it did appear as though the rest of the group is coming around to that decision, as Branwyn turned after a fair amount of wallowing, turned on Draken Voss and made him make a wisdom saving throw, much to his chagrin. So that is where we resume things as you all roll initiative and open up the Owlbear Rodeo.
Can they sponsor us?
I don't think they need to sponsor us.
Owlbear,
Just
if you're listening.
before we start combat, am I able to send a message?
No, you'd be using that as your round, as your action, as Bramlin had like cast a spell, and enforced she visibly casted a spell to force a saving throw.
Okay.
So combat has started.
Shit.
Brandon, what's your
I'm
initiative?
also in front of Willem. Oh wait, no, okay, I was looking at the wrong thing. 19.
19.
Laserhawk got a rare bad roll of a 13. Randy is 18.
Doug?
That is a nat 20 with a 24.
Oh,
baby.
dang.
Hell yeah.
Willem.
Uh, quite the opposite. I got a 2 with my modifier. That's a 1.
Okay. All right. So Bram, when you kind of step up and like play a subtle tune on your fiddle, forcing Voss to kind of sitting there and feel something like kind of like overwhelm him, and then his neck kind of like snaps back and he looks up at you and goes, "Clever girl." And it is actually Dunk's turn first.
I'm gonna grab my ball and give Willem like an apologetic glance before charging in. See, pulling up the owlbear. Oh yeah, don't worry about getting there. So I'm
Yeah,
gonna run
it's
up
a
and
tight space.
I'm gonna rage and I'm gonna get his ass.
All right, go ahead and roll on the wild magic table.
Oh shit, forgot about that.
Forgot about that. That's your whole thing.
I didn't like
That's our
forget,
Dunk's boy.
but all right, let's see, where is that table? I've got it here. Yep. All right. Ooh, that is a 95. Oh hell yeah! I cast the bark skin on spell on myself.
Oh, that's
Nice.
sick.
So run
So
in,
each
my
of you,
skin
yeah,
starts flaking and turning into bark, and
Would Dunk.
I'm gonna
Would dunk.
smack him. Cocked.
roll to hit.
So, so 20 to hit, not natural, just 20.
That does not hit.
What is it? He's a
No.
wizard.
He's a
Wearing
boss wizard though.
Uh-oh.
That's okay.
wearing
Well,
a pretty cool outfit.
then I
That's
will
sparkly.
To take it from him.
try to hit him again. Oh my god. That's less. No. 18.
Okay. Yes. So you come charging in, and as you like hear like the crunching of bark forming on your skin, you come in and smack down with your hammer, and you kind of catch him right on his shoulder, and you just watch as like shimmering, like his shimmering gold kind of plates across his shoulder, and you feel like you're this like echo of arcane energy soar through the room as he kind of just like takes the hit on the shoulder and then deftly steps aside of your next strike. It is then Cena's turn, who hears the commotion
Really?
and comes like slinking back in, and she is going to hurl her two daggers. Oh my god!
And she does really
She
good.
rolled a nat 20
Yes,
on
girly.
one of them. So she deals a maximum of. Gotta get her 3d6 out.
She kills him in one hit. It's crazy, dude.
She does not, so that's 18.
Oh.
And plus 9, so 27 on one, and then she actually rolls. We're getting rid of that next campaign, by the way. 31
We're getting rid of
total,
what?
and then
Max
4,
damage and
5,
roll on top of it.
6, and then with her second strike is another 6 damage. And actually, she gets a plus 1, another 1d4 on her crit, so that's 2.
1d4?
Isn't that crazy? And then she is going to use her bonus action to dash. She literally hops up on the table and runs over here.
Hmm.
And with that, it is Draken's turn. And he is going to.
Poop his pants.
Nope.
They're never gonna poop their pants, Jeff. Why do you keep saying that?
Just wait. They
Is
might
that one of
someday.
the wild magic table?
Someday.
You
Did you roll
never
one?
know.
I'm gonna cast
Um,
command in the commander shit yourself.
Draken kind of like presses his hand out towards you, Dunk, to kind of like put it in your face and like block you physically from his eye line, and then uses his other hand to start pulling up. And the four of you, Branwen, Willem, Laserhawk, Randy, kind of see this like weird shimmer rising in front of you. And he will kind of like crick his neck, look back at you, Dunk, and say, "Good. Now we can get to know each other just a little bit better." And that is his turn. So it is now Branwen's turn.
Where is the orb?
The orb is right on the other side. It's in the middle of the table. It's on the other side of the shimmer that you had appear in front of you.
I want to
And now, like,
cast
kind of
on the
staring
shimmer.
through the rest of the room, it's kind of like hard to see the rest of the room through it. It's like more like opaque.
I cast a spell magic on the shimmer.
Okay. At what level?
I'm casting it at 3rd level, but so I have to make a check.
Yes, you do. It's a check plus what?
So it is the save that I have to beat is 10 plus the spell's level.
Okay. Go ahead and roll.
And I had have advantage because I just silvery barbs. And I remembered that I can do things.
Okay.
Okay. Is this plus my proficiency modifier as well?
I don't think it's anything. I think it's just a straight.
It's my spellcasting ability.
If it's your spell attack, it's 8 plus ability plus proficiency.
Wait, let me pull this up.
Any spell of 3rd level or lower on the target ends, reach level of 4th level or higher. It's 10 plus
Make an
the spell
ability
level.
check.
Got it. Yeah, your spellcasting
So
ability.
that is a 19.
Does that give you? Do you get advantage on ability checks or saving throws with silvery barbs?
I think it's anything. Looking up. Attack roll, ability check, or saving throw.
Okay, great. Alrighty. You roll a 19.
Yes.
All right. All of you watch as the shimmering wall comes crashing down.
Your wall.
Anything
And that is
else
my
for your turn?
turn. I am in
Okay.
defense mode.
Okay. It is now Randy's turn.
I had a plan, but it would take too long to do now.
Oh wait, I'm gonna step out of the way of Willem.
Okay.
So I'm not going to do my intelligent not fighting plan, and I'm just gonna fight him.
Okay.
Randy plan already gone.
Yeah, pretty quick. I'm gonna cast Conjure Celestial,
Oh, damn.
which is fucking awesome. I conjure a spirit from the upper planes, which manifests as a pillar of light in a 10-foot radius. Oh, 10-foot radius. No, that's good. Centered on a point within range. I can move it every turn, and I can make it do either damage or heal, and I will kind of... I would like to center it right here, so I can just kind of get Draken and the Simulacrum in there.
Okay.
So 10-foot radius. Just so it gets those two boys. And then
I'm just
going
watching the
to...
circle just undulate.
So just like
It's
that.
using the searing light, so they both have to make dexterity saving throws.
Okay.
What does this being appear as?
It's a pillar of light.
Oh, that's it?
A
Yeah.
10-foot radius is really a 20-foot circle. It doesn't really make sense, does it?
What do you
It makes
mean?
perfect sense.
I don't
But
understand.
Pretty
I
much
never
all of
understand.
mathematics would agree with that.
Just don't. It doesn't make any sense. I'll never get it. Okay. Dexterity saving throws for Draken and the Simulacrum.
Yes, sir. Spell
Um,
save is
8.
18.
Oh, okay. I was gonna say. The
This
Simulacrum.
jump sucks.
I was gonna say. The Simulacrum succeeds. Draken fails. However, they will expend one of their legendary resistances to succeed.
Oh, he would have those. That's crazy, dude.
The copy, I mean, I guess it is an exact copy of him, so yeah. I guess
Okay.
The Simulacrum actually passed, so Draken is choosing to expend a legendary resistance. And yes, it is an exact
So-
copy.
Then they take half damage, but it's still a 60-12.
Okay.
60-12.
Every time.
They
Oh,
That's
that's a
so
lot.
many.
Hold
and
on, I cut out because my headphone dropped. How much damage?
25.
Okay, that's halved.
Yeah,
If we step in there, is it an ouchie zone for us too?
it is.
Okay.
That is an ouchie zone. And I would also like to use a bonus action
Wow.
to where is that boy? To cast spiritual weapon at the, I think, 4th level.
Okay.
And it's going to appear as a
Butthole.
as an orb that can float and bonk people.
Okay, are you conjuring it where?
Right next to Draken.
Right there.
But outside of the ouchie zone?
Outside of the ouchie zone, even though it doesn't have hit points, so it can be killed. Okay, and then it's going to attack. And do 13 damage.
Did
No,
it hit?
14 damage. Oh, I forgot about that.
Bit
I got a
important.
dirty 20.
That does
Dirty
not
20.
hit.
Fuck, man. All right.
What if it was a flirty 20 instead? Would
Yeah,
you
what if
get
it was a
would
dirty
it be
20?
good? A flirty 20 instead of a dirty 20. It's flirty.
Bonk, unsuccessful, and my turn's done.
Okay.
And then I end my turn.
In defense mode. Okay. Simulacrum now. So this kind of like paler blue version of Draken Voss is going to kind of step forward, do a little hand motion, and then with two hands, and all of you once again see a shimmer appear. This time.
Counterspell.
Okay. At what level?
Third.
And that's a save as well.
It is. I believe the same kind of save. I'll look it up quick.
Wizards, man.
Yes.
Yes.
DC is 10 plus
10
the
plus the
level.
spells level. All right. Go
Big
ahead.
money, no windies. 30-20, baby.
All right. Well done. Wait. No, we're good. Okay. Yeah. All right. You neutralize the effect of the simulacrum spell.
Dang.
And they
Gremlin
glower.
professional inconvenience.
They glower at you. And with that, it is Laserhawk's turn.
Okay, I would like to say that the way that
Oh
the
wait, they
spell
are
guide
also
is
going to.
used,
Sorry, they're going to step out of the ouchie zone.
it triggers if they end their turn in the zone or enter the zone.
Okay, got it.
Oh, so you
Um,
can do this that I would do in Baldur's Gate all the time, where I would have the wall of fire, and then they'd be coming through the wall of fire to attack me, and then I'd thunder wave them back into the wall of fire.
That is exactly correct. Is what we could be doing. Anyway, yeah. So Laserhawk is going to kind of run to the other side of the simulacrum, like right there.
Okay.
And back to simulacrum, attack Draken with his cross. Actually, he's not doing that. That's fucking stupid. He's gonna go as far away as possible. He's running into this corner, and he's gonna attack Draken from there.
All right.
Just way smarter, and the only thing that makes sense. All right, first one misses. Second one is a dirty 20, which misses. 23.
That hits.
Does that hit? Okay, and then one more attack. Also misses. Damn. He's going to do 13 damage.
Okay.
Oh, and I get an extra 5. So 20. Nope, 18.
Okay. 18 total.
Good math.
18 total, yeah.
Okay. All right. Anything else in your turn?
I don't think so.
All right.
He looks really cool.
With that,
Very
it
cool.
is Willem's turn.
We walk. We bonus action Thunderous Smite. It is a concentration spell, just so you know. But whenever, or first time I hit with a melee attack weapon during that spell's duration, there's an audible thunder within 300 feet. It deals an extra 2d6 thunder damage. If it's a creature, it must succeed on a strength saving throw or be pushed 10 feet away from me and knocked prone. Like back into the big scary pillar.
Whoa!
And then I will proceed to make my first attack, and it is a 29.
Okay. You're attacking the simulacrum.
The simulacrum, yes.
Okay. Yep, that hits.
That is uh math. New weapon is hard. That is 11 slashing damage,
Okay.
and uh that is 12 necrotic damage and 5 radiant damage.
Okay. And they have to make a save, you said?
Yes. Strength saving throw or be pushed 10 feet away and knocked prone.
Okay. They rolled a 19.
Okay. What is the strength saving throw against?
Your spell save DC.
Okay, that's a 17. So
Okay.
they succeed, but I'm going to hit them again.
Okay.
But it's only the Thunder Smite only triggers the first time you make a melee weapon attack, so nothing happens.
Got it.
That is a 21 to hit.
That does not hit.
Okay,
All
that's
right.
it for me.
Okay. At the beginning of the round, Draken Voss is going to expend one of his legendary actions.
What if he didn't?
He's gonna. And I'm going to have.
Oh, it's fireball time.
It's not. I'm going to have Randy, Willem, and Branwyn make dexterity saving throws.
Don't forget to add +2 because of your buddy Willem if you're in 10 feet of me.
Nope.
So only Branwyn.
28.
a dexterity saving throw.
Yes.
7.
4.
Okay.
We did.
Randy
Good.
and Willem, you take 35 force damage. Branwyn, you take half of that. So whatever that is.
17.
17, thank
Wait.
you.
I thought I was thinking 45.
And I will now have Willem and Randy make strength saving throws.
Oh, I got that one on lock.
Not me for that though.
Not you for that.
Love
Nat
that.
20. So
What did you get?
22.
22.
Nat 20.
I got a 23.
Okay. So down there on the bottom of the screen, Draken basically points and starts to curl his fingers up and out as this like kind of like undulating, twisting rip in the side of his tower starts to pour open, and each of you like kind of like grabs onto anything that is close to you. So Randy, you're kind of clinging onto this bookshelf as like force just crashes out of this rift and starts to drag in. So like anything that is not nailed down in this immediate vicinity just starts like slurping into this rift that's been opened in the ground here. And within a moment, though, it starts to just like whoosh, close up in on itself, and that particular part of the area is now difficult terrain with all of the things that have been scattered about. But each of you is able to kind of hold your ground and make sure that you do not get pulled into the rift. And with that, it is Dunk's turn.
Okay. um, I am going to. I'm just gonna hit him again, or attempt to. Okay, that's I think a little bit better. 22 to hit.
That does not hit, I'm afraid.
Oh my god. Okay.
What?
Um.
Each
Hmm.
time that you're kind of like swinging, you are making direct contact, and you notice that Draken is not taking any action to like step out of the way, but like as your maul, like you just see like these like kind of like glittering golden shields just like ripple around his body.
This dude's such a wizard, man.
Yeah.
Evil fucking wizard.
Not evil, Draken, not evil, Voss.
I know he's not evil. He's just very into himself.
Um.
A lot of it sounded pretty evil. Sorry.
I guess I'm gonna do it again.
Okay,
I'm just getting really frustrated with trying to hit him, and I'm just gonna keep smacking him. Okay, Nat 20. 32
that
to
will
hit.
hit. There you go. That'll
That's
hit.
gotta hit him. Okay. All right. Now we're getting somewhere. So give me my 2d6, and then give me 8. All right. So that is 12. 16 bludgeoning damage
Okay,
and 7 fire damage.
alrighty.
Um, and then I'm also going to cast Chromatic Orb using a sorcery.
I forgot you can do
What
this.
is it? Yeah,
Points?
yeah, sorcery point. To cast as a bonus action. 2 actually. To cast as a
Okay.
bonus action. So let's see. How does Chromatic Orb work again?
Oh wait, Draken ended his turn in the. No, it's not. He didn't. It's not his turn yet. Tadoi. Never mind.
Yeah.
Ignore me.
Okay.
Was it not
That
Draken?
is yeah, that's a 19 to hit on a spell attack.
That does not hit.
It's not hit. Dang. All right. All right. Well, that's gonna be my turn.
Right.
Didn't Draken do the rift thing?
He did. That is a legendary action,
was-
which doesn't function as like standard turn.
It's,
I
is it
see.
the leg act?
Did
The
not know
leg
that.
thing.
Yes. All right. Which makes it Cena's turn. For
Let's
flavor,
go,
we'll say
girl.
that. So Dunk kind of like spin up the chromatic orb in your hand and just like kind of like hurl it up at Draken and kind of catches it, and as he kind of just snuffs it out with two hands and lets it dissipate.
Rude.
And with that, it is Cena's turn. She will go ahead and slink in here to the owlbear. Well, actually, she won't. She's just going to throw her knives. She's going to slink over here and throw her knives, because then she'll be in the ouchie zone. Wow. Well, you have good rolls and you have bad rolls. She misses with both of her knives, so she will action surge and try to attack one more time. And she rolled a nat 1. So basically, like Cena like goes to like come from over here and like so then like sees the pillar of light and then just kind of goes, bless you, and kind of goes ee, and like slinks back over here, hurls one, hurls two, and as she catches it back in her hand, she just like chucks it and it ends up like hurling into the piano on accident, and all of you hear like a
Wang.
as the piano resonates out a note. And with that, now it is Draken's turn. He will get this in here. He is going to bonus action Misty Step over here.
What a
We
slut.
can get out of there. Then
Huge.
huge, massive slut. He is going to pull it up here.
You're moving Cena, Chris. Oh no, now you're moving Dragon.
Yeah,
He's gonna poop his pants again.
he
It's the
is.
second time this fight. That's crazy.
Mm-hmm.
Chris is thinking evil thoughts right now. I know it.
Alrighty, I'm gonna have Dunk, Willem, Branwyn, and Randy make dexterity checks again. Saving throws, pardon.
I'm not within 10 feet of my boy.
23.
6.
13.
Nat 20.
Well
24.
done.
Dunk boy.
No,
I am-
what it was. You playing with weighted dice, man?
All right, Willem and Randy. You take 36 lightning damage.
Aw, tits.
And the rest of you take half of that, 18. Dunk and Branwyn take 18 of that. And that is Draken's turn. Actually, he is going to stay right where he is. Now it is Branwyn's turn.
All right, I'm gonna bonus action, take a deep breath, and give myself bardic inspiration, and then I am casting the spell magic on that orb.
Okay. Go ahead and roll.
Let that girl out of that orb.
What is my? Okay. We're cooking. What do I get for bardic inspiration again? Where is that on my sheet? I don't know.
I think it's
Is it D10?
1d8. I'm not sure.
No. It just went up,
Oh, cool.
and I can't find it on my character sheet. And if I start scrolling, it's gonna freeze. It's looking good though. It's looking good. Thirteen. Where the fuck is this? Okay, it's a D10. It's a D10. I rolled a 9. Okay. That's 29.
Okay. The orb stays the same.
Fucking dicks.
However, a palpable sense of magic does dissipate from the room.
All right, all right,
I'm so excited for laser.
all right.
Oh god.
And then that's my turn.
Okay. That it is Randy's turn.
Okay. Randy's gonna point at the thing of light. He looks like kind of just very nonchalant, just points at it. Like does this kind of action and like move and since moving it right there.
Okay. Do they take new damage as it moves?
Yeah,
So
because they are entering it, or it is entering them, right?
yes, you can definitely
That's
do
the
that.
way it works in Baldur's Gate.
I will say that the center has to be in the room. You're moving the focal point of the spell. And you cannot place it outside of the room that you are in.
There's no windows.
Not in such a way that
Center
would
of
afford
Draken,
you.
I think that would avoid Duncan Cena.
I know I can avoid them, but then I want Dunk to be able to attack him without.
Well,
This is a
Dunk
this is
has
a
super long arms. Dunk has
this is a
super long arms.
choice
He can
that
reach.
you're making,
You have
and
reach.
you have to be able to
I
see
do.
the epicenter of the orb.
I do have an attack range of 10. Metagaming.
There you go.
So there, sure, yeah, yeah,
Okay.
right there.
And they have to make a saving throw again.
Yeah, dexterity saving throw.
They fail. So
Hot.
what is the damage?
It'll be a funky little. A funky little 60-12 radiant damage. He takes 37 damage from that.
That's a lot of damage.
And then Randy will kind of like once doing that, just like pointing, he'll kind of like rear back a little bit and then like ready his other arm and just kind of like point with both fingers and cast harm against the boy.
It fucking harm.
Harm is the funniest spell. It's like, get hurt, dude.
Just stop. And they have to make a Constitution saving throw.
Okay. Oops. They fail, and they will expend their second legendary resistance to choose to pass instead.
All right. Then they take 14d6 damage.
Oh my god. All right, roll it up.
Halved, so
Wait,
20
hang on. No, I'm gonna silvery barbs that save.
Oh!
So they're
I don't think you can
choosing, yeah, they're
get
choosing
over
to
this.
pass the saving throw. It's a choice based on
Oh.
their legendary resistance.
Okay.
So you don't waste your silver
Okay,
barbs, you're good.
Okay.
It'll be a 27 damage then for harm.
All right. Draken does cry out in pain as I'm reading the description here, virulent disease. What is the nature of the disease that you're inflicting on Draken?
I'm making him bald.
Oh my god, that's terrible.
You cast alopecia.
That's an actual disease. That's not something to make fun of. Being bald, though.
He's just being bald.
Yeah, but the way that he casts it, all of the hair comes out, but it really hurts when it like comes out.
It just like singes out. Yeah.
It's like when you have like tape on your arm and then someone rips it off, but like his whole body, and that's
Yeah,
how all
sure.
the hairs come off.
That's exactly it. He's
that's
getting
exactly what
waxed.
happens.
All at
Yeah,
once.
he's getting waxed.
All of you look over as the shiny dome shimmering in the radiant light of the celestial. You're just
But
like,
it's like bright red because it was like not super good wax.
yeah, it's not good. Are you doing anything else with your turn?
I will move my little guy over. Damn, clerics fucking rule. I'll move my little guy, my little bonking orb over to him, and I'm gonna try to attack him. And probably gonna
Okay.
it will fail,
Okay.
but it's there and it's bonking.
It is now the simulacrum's turn.
Ooh, I'm actually also just gonna move to the other corner of the room,
Okay. It's fine.
just for should do that. Go ahead.
Alrighty, I will have Bramwin and Willem make dexterity saving throws. Actually,
I'm so bad at these.
Counterspell.
actually, Randy has to as well. And okay,
No,
go ahead.
counterspell.
Go
I said
ahead.
the
What level are you casting it at?
4th.
Okay, go ahead and roll.
15.
The
Wait, no,
simulacrum.
17.
The simulacrum puts up its hands to cast a spell, and as the spell fizzles out, and it literally goes.
He's pissed.
And it is going to end its turn. Nope, it's going to expend its legendary action, because I forgot that he can also do that, to cast a spell in a as a bonus action, and it is going to be magic missile. And they're all going to be at you, Branwyn. And magic missile automatically
Feels
hits.
deserved.
So it's 4 damage, 3 damage.
I only take 4
7
damage. That's
No,
nice.
7 damage, and then 7 total, and then another 4, so 11 force damage.
Owie.
And then it is Laserhawk's turn.
Okay.
Ooh.
Laserhawk is going to is so where the void was, is there like a bunch of shit just like piled everywhere?
Yeah, Randy's like on the other side of it.
Yeah. Laserhawk's gonna attempt to like climb to the top of whatever pile that is. So he's a
So
better
this
shot.
right here is a fireplace, which you could theoretically stand on top of.
He will do that.
Yeah.
Cool. Yeah, he'll jump on top of there so he gets a better shot at Draken. And he will miss the first one, which he will re-roll. Oh, and that one's a 26.
That hits.
And for the second attack, a 27.
Also hits.
Not useless for once in his life.
He's never useless. Stop it.
He's doing 18 damage with his 2 shots.
Okay.
And then he's going to say to Buster, who's been following him around,
Oh yeah.
he's gonna go, Buster, get the ball. And Buster's gonna go run to the orb and try to knock it around.
Okay.
Like
Make.
just apply as much force to it as possible.
Okay. Attack the orb.
He's just going.
How big is the orb? Because in my head, it was like a 10-foot diameter.
I was
sphere.
also picturing it being big.
Oh, I was picturing like
person size.
It's a
handheld,
kickball.
like
It's like a kickball.
yeah, I was
See, I
picturing
was
like
picturing it being
basketball.
the
None
size
of
like
us
an
knew what
equal
size
one.
this orb. I thought it was like person size. Like she was
18
in the
18
orb.
orb.
What's sorry, no, you can't see her. It's just a mystical orb. It looks very mystical. It's on a pedestal at the center of this table.
She's
What
there
it,
like that.
yeah, that's not how it is. It looks like a magic ball. Like a hold on.
She's tiny and going, "Let me in."
I'm pondering this orb kind of orb. And what does Buster do?
He gets an 18 to like pounce at and then not bite the orb,
Okay. That is not enough.
Ah!
I mean, like
Could
he's
he,
got
like,
his teeth around. He's like,
slide
"Ah." He's like basically exactly what a dog would do with a kickball. But like a kickball, it's much harder than a kickball, so it's not able to like break it. 'Cause it's a dog.
Does it look
Crossball.
like it's like not a like quite a magical barrier, but like a physical barrier?
At this point, it now looks like a physical barrier. As you're all kind of like watching
Gotcha.
Buster attack at this thing, you're like, wow, you'd think a wizard would have some kind of like magic spell that would like send that dog like hurtling across the room if it tried to bite the orb.
Um,
Call
Maybe.
off Buster. Call back Buster.
I don't think I can at this point.
Yeah,
Buster's done his
Chris
thing.
wouldn't,
But
Chris wouldn't do animal cruelty.
I don't want to
Yeah.
hurt Buster.
We've already, sorry, you weren't
Laserhawk-
here. We have established that if Buster ever reaches 0 hit points, he yelps and runs away. Because he is the product of a
Yeah.
hag deal, he is technically immortal.
he faints like a
Ah.
Pokemon.
Yeah.
Laserhawk, to finish it off, is just gonna go. He's just gonna yell at Draken like, "Your precious goddamn orbs on the ground. What are you gonna do about it?"
Okay. And it is now Willem's turn.
I'm trying to distract
Um,
the man.
I'm gonna attack the orb.
You're going to attack the orb?
I would.
Did I not attack the orb?
Ah,
I got
come
it
on.
covered.
No.
It's up to you.
Make your choice.
I'm
Sure.
attacking
attack
the
the orb.
orb.
Okay.
30-20.
That hits.
Okay, and then that is 11 slashing damage. Uh, 20 necrotic damage. And 2 radiant damage.
So you notice that nothing but the slashing damage has any effect. As a faint crack line appears right as your glaive kind of like, and everyone in the room hears a deft shatter, and then it's like a stitch of a subtle crack in the orb begins to form.
Okay. I will then use my bonus action, Channel Divinity, on the simulacrum. I have advantage on attack rolls against it for a minute, and then I will use my second hit on the simulacrum.
Okay.
That would be a 28 to hit.
That hits.
That is 14 slashing. 11, 17 necrotic damage,
Not
and 3
167.
radiant damage.
Okay. Anything else with your turn?
Just being handsome.
Okay. And with that, that brings us back to the top of the order, which makes it Dunk's turn. But before that occurs, Draken is going to expend a legendary action to cast a spell as a bonus action. You guys are really spread out. It's kind of annoying.
Oh my god, that's crazy. It's like we're learning.
You can only do it 3rd level or lower. All right, so it's okay. Branwyn, Randy, and Laserhawk and Buster have to make dexterity
No!
saving throws.
I think I'm dying right here.
What? No.
No. Damn. Come on, Buster.
23.
Buster got a 16, but Laserhawk and Randy both definitely fail.
Okay. Branwyn got a 23.
Mhm.
Okay. Okay, anyone that fails takes 23 fire damage as Draken like spins up a bit of flame and then hurls it, and he's launching it at the rubbish pile in between Laserhawk and Randy right here.
Rubbish.
And those that pass take half that, which is 16. No, 15. 15 damage. And if that is more than Buster's health, he is going to arf arf and run away out the door.
Okay. It's 23 damage.
23 fire damage. Oh, yeah, so the half of that is not 15. It's 12. Yeah, 12.
Actually, oh yeah, yeah. Buster definitely is taking a because I've been using the Mastiff attributes and
So
yeah.
he
So he's
flees the
5
scene.
hit points.
Oh, God.
Yeah,
But that also means that
yeah.
this
Buster
part of
just runs away.
this area is now on fire over here.
That's not good.
Damn, that's too bad.
It's too bad.
That area right there?
No, no, no. Everybody settle down.
Damn, I wish I could fly.
That is
Would
now
be
on
nice.
fire.
Would be
Um,
nice.
And with that, it is Dunk's turn.
Is that was that Draken's turn just now, or is that legendary action?
It was his legendary action.
Okay.
All right. I guess I'll just stay on Draken duty and maneuver myself over here,
The double D, DD.
and I'm gonna keep hitting him recklessly, taking advantage. Okay, here we go. 26 to hit.
That hits.
Nice. Okay, so um, okay, here we go. 20. Hold on. No. 29 bludgeoning damage
Oh, dang.
and 6 fire damage.
Okay.
And I'm gonna go again.
Dunk's so cool.
That one's not gonna do it. I don't think. Yeah, 21
That does
to hit.
not hit, I'm afraid.
Dang. Well, in that case, I'm going to use a bonus action to convert a spell slot to sorcery points.
Okay. Anything else with your turn?
No.
All right. With that, it is Cena's turn. And she's going to climb up on top of the piano here. She's going to definitely jump on top of it. Start chucking some
Clang,
knives
clang.
at Lucky 13. She rolled 2 13s and she has a plus, I think it's a 10 to hit, right? Yeah, she does. So she hits with both of her attacks. She does not get sneak attack because she's not technically flying. I mean, I don't know. Does the spiritual weapon count as a? She's not flanking, so no. So that is going to be 5. Nope. 7 plus 9 piercing damage. 16 piercing damage. Okay. And that is she's gonna hop off the other side, slink into this corner behind this pillar. And with that, it is now Draken's turn. He is going to. Let's see how this works. He's gonna Misty Step through the open doorway. Right next to you, Branwen.
Uh-oh.
And he is going to have you make. It's just you, kind of. Let's see how this works. Actually, no. Yeah, he's. So go ahead and make a dexterity saving throw.
Yeah.
You can add 2.
Mm-hmm. I don't think 15.
That is not enough. 1 second. Alrighty. Wow.
Something's about to happen to me.
They rolled really poorly, but I still don't think this works out great for you. So they bonus action Misty Step right next to you, and they're just gonna like place their hand on your shoulder, like tap you, and they go, "You really are a professional nuisance." And then their hand's gonna glow green, and they're just gonna like squeeze your shoulder. And as you attempt to kind of like recoil away, you just feel this burning pain in your shoulder, and you take 65 force damage.
Yeah, I turn into water and appear somewhere else.
Okay, so like
Uh,
that's technically your 1 hit point left, right? You were dropped to 0, you recover with 1 hit point.
yeah.
Yes. So basically, as you just like feel your skin burning away, and then all of a sudden, like you feel this like rush of cold black liquid like pushing up against it, and you're kind of like looking down as your body is literally starting to like the rest of you are looking over at Bramwin as like she's starting to literally like fall apart, just like in Avengers when all of them turn to dust and stuff. But at the time that she's turning to dust, she's also churning into water. And Bramwin, you can pick a spot to reappear as a puddle of water and like stand back up again with 1 hit point.
I'll go right about here.
Okay. And Dragon just goes, "What? What?" And that is his turn, making it your turn.
I am going to cast Mass Cure Wounds on everyone, including Buster.
Buster's like gone, like he's run away.
Okay, I guess I'll cast it on myself then.
That's a good idea.
So everyone's going to get 3d8.
3d8.
3d8. As I attempt to do math. So 22 hit points.
Okay.
All of us get 22?
Correct.
Thank you.
And I end my turn in defense mode.
Okay.
I flip off Draken Voss.
And with that, it is Randy's
Like, not
turn.
very well, so it's just like...
Yeah, you're kind of like limping and just like hold up a very loose middle finger. Randy, it is your time.
My time.
Out here, it's our time. Down here, it's our time. This is my wish.
Damn. You really went just outside of the range of my big old fucking pillar of light, huh? I will move it closer though. to like right there, and I guess I can get the simulacrum in there, right? How's that? Is that okay, Chris?
I'll give it to you.
It's so close to Willem's face.
Willow's like,
It's like, ugh!
Yeah, I will move it there around Branwyn. So the simulacrum makes a dex save.
okay. They rolled a 17.
That fails,
Okay.
and they take
Flop
38
era.
radiant damage.
How much?
38,
38.
otherwise known as 3d8
Okay.
in certain circles.
All right.
And then I will also cast Mass Cure Wounds. So everyone heals. Everyone heals for 33.
Damn, so much better at it than I am. Fuck.
And then I will bonus action cast Healing Word on myself. Because
Nice. And you are you moving or are you going to stay in the burning? I'll give you the freedom of choosing.
Wait. Is a bonus action, is that in replacement of movement?
No, you can still use your
Nope.
movement.
Oh, okay. Well, yes,
Yeah.
I think I will move.
Okay.
Um,
You will take some damage as you go across the burning floor,
yes.
but only 6 fire damage.
That's fine. That's okay. Damn, I just healed almost up to full during that round. Very nice. I do not have a lot of hit points.
Yeah,
You weak
remember when Constitution was like your dump stat for one of your characters?
Terrible idea.
It's not anymore. It's charisma. Okay, and then I'm going to. Sorry, my turns are so long, guys.
It's okay.
You're fine.
Spellcaster.
Combat is long.
The big scrambler.
I do love that. All right. Anything
Alright.
else? So where are you going?
All right, moving the orb, and this time the orb's for sure gonna hit him.
Okay. Can the orb
Okay,
travel
the
that
orb
far?
rolled. It can. It goes 30 feet.
Oh, okay.
And then yeah, Randy will move over here. Well, yeah, he'll go. Draken can't see me right now, though, can he?
He cannot.
How much damage do I take if I just stay in? I guess I can't ask that, huh?
You took your damage just by virtue of like being in it.
I'm staying in the fire, guys.
Okay. Go ahead. I think that is your turn. Thanks for tuning in the chat. And then it is the simulacrum's
Hi,
turn.
chat.
You got one,
And
boys.
they are, because they're like kind of just up on you, Willem, they're going to bonus action Misty Step over to this far corner. And they are going to hurl magic missiles at you, Willem. Specifically,
Counterspell.
okay.
It's step. It's fine.
Well,
Really,
no.
it's fine.
Are you casting Counterspell, Berman?
Yeah.
Okay. And you're doing so at what level?
4th.
Okay. The simulacrum goes to hurl as the orbs just die out in the air. And it tosses its hands up again and just goes, "Stop doing that!" And with that, it is Laser
Wouldn't it be
Hawk's
crazy
turn.
if the simulacrum was allowed to cast spells, dude? That'd be wild.
It is the simulacrum's turn. I mean, the Laser Hawk's turn.
Okay. All right, this is going to be, I think, a very good turn for Laserhawk. He's going to put away his crossbow buster, and he's going to actually take his hands and be like, All right, I've never done this before, and he's gonna clap his hands together and cast Gust of Wind or whatever it's called. Yeah, Gust of Wind in the direction of Draken through the doorway,
Okay.
and which is going to get rid of the fire, which is nice,
All right.
and also push. I believe it gets rid of fire.
Yeah. What's the radius of the cone of the spell?
It is a 60-foot long and 10 feet wide blast.
Okay, so it's going to cover. It's going to get rid of these two squares, but it'll still be burning in the corner.
Yeah, yeah. And then it will. Draken has to make a strength saving throw.
Okay, hold on.
And this is concentration, so it just stays there.
The gust,
These reds.
the wind is
gust-
just
The
blowing.
gust stays there. It's like a pillar of gust.
If he had hair, it'd be flowing majestically, but he doesn't have any anymore because it was
And it's
wet.
it's a 10-foot. Okay, so I'm gonna do a different color for the gust. Wait, no. Okay.
This is art right here. We're experiencing art.
Yeah. Oh, it keeps changing the color. This is annoying.
It's just like when I used to play The Sims 3 on my computer and I had a glitched copy of The Sims, so all the walls like strobe flashed red all of the time.
It's exactly like that.
That's why you said that the other day.
It really
Makes a lot
sticks
of
with
sense.
me. Like I could like pay to paint the walls. Didn't matter. It was always just strobe red.
That's the gust. Um, it's even bigger than that, right? It's like 60, you said?
It's 60 feet long, yeah.
We can theater of mind the gust of wind if we need.
Okay. So that's
Law.
the gust of wind, and he needs to make a strength check.
A strength saving,
Saving throw?
yeah.
Okay, he definitely fails, but he will expend his final legendary resistance to succeed on the check, the saving throw.
That's
And just so
such
you
a
know,
bummer.
this is a double door. Just so you know. So there's like the doors fly open and there's like flooding against the exterior of the wall. You hear things kind of crashing down in the like atrium outside of the office that you're currently in, and even some of the embers have kind of like kicked up from the fire and gone out to the rest of the tower. So Willem, you're kind of like
Does the
hit.
orb get blown away?
No, the orb is still on the table. The orb. I'll draw a little. This is the orb right here.
Oh, it's on that table. Not what I
Yes.
thought. Okay.
Yes.
Is there any way to make the depictions of the gust and the fire like be behind our characters?
I think it has to do with
Like-
layers.
This is just like PowerPoint.
It's
I'm
just
sure there is, but I'm not gonna find out right
That's fine. Yeah, don't worry about it.
now. Let's see here.
That's my turn.
All right. If I just duplicate it. Okay, it's fine. Okay, that is Randy's turn. It is now Willem's turn. So Willem, you're standing there. The blaze of celestial light is cutting you on one side, just about on the edge of you, and then there's just like your wind is whipping past you on the other side. So you're just standing there.
Am I in a hitting range of Draken Voss? 5 feet. Or 10
You are.
feet, because I have a
y-
glaive.
If you went and stood here, partially in the gusting wind, you would be, because right now you are blocked by the spiritual weapon / orb.
But no way I can do it without being gusted.
Gusted, or at this point, hit by the magical celestial light.
Sure.
Sorry for
And
giving
if I
you.
step into the gust, I am going to be hurt. Is that correct?
No, if you step into the light, yes. If you step into the gust, you will just have to make a strength check, I believe.
Oh, I'm fine. Yeah,
Strength
I'll
saving.
step into that gust.
You are stepping into both. Because you
Well,
cannot
I was
attack.
here, so if I go here,
You cannot attack through
That?
the spiritual weapon.
No, you can. I think so. I think that's okay to occupy the same space. I could be wrong, actually.
what if I go here?
He is on the other side of a
But
doorway out in the hallway.
with the reach of the glaive, you should be able to
Yeah.
attack like past it.
Glaive reach. Glaive reach.
Chris, you're the boss. You tell me if I can do it or no.
You
I
have to
also
move.
can't see where the weapon is because of
Yeah, it's because the is blocking him right in front of you. You will need to. I will say that you can like get out of the special zone because if you come out here, you will only be in the gust because this is technically
Okay.
only in the
Hey.
room and not actually outside.
I'm just gonna go attack the simulacrum and make this easier on everybody.
Okay.
Sorry for making a horrible
No.
gauntlet of magic shit.
No, this is what you do that. I will go over here and I will bonus action hex. It has disadvantage on strength checks. And then I will try to hit.
Okay. Go ahead.
31
That'll hit.
probably does it. That is 10 slashing. Oh god, math. 15 plus 19. That is 23 necrotic damage.
How would you like to do this?
And 1 radiant hit by a dirty 20. No, correct?
Flirty.
Oh wait, I have advantage. I was on that one on the second one. It's worse.
I think I cut out because like I think my Wi-Fi dropped for a minute there. Can you all hear me?
Yeah.
Okay. How would you like to do this?
Oh, I'm gonna let's go hot dog style on this one. It feels appropriate for a glaive.
Okay. So you basically
I
like
will just bisect him down the
top
middle.
down or bottom up.
Top down. More force that way.
as you bring your glaive down, it kind of like looks up and like shrinks away for just a moment. And as your blade kind of like crushes through the arcane gate around it, splinters. And as your blade hits the top, the crown of its skull, snow and ice begin to form and kind of trickle down the sides of its face before it just shatters
Oh,
into
it was a snowman.
a million pieces of snow and ice.
Oh my
And
god, it's just like that movie Hot Frosty.
you hear
I thought
Draken
you were
cry out from the far side, "Southern boy!" Um, and are you doing anything else with
Uh,
your turn?
I have a question. The simulacrum, if I remember correctly, had the stone. No, it got zorped away. Never mind.
Correct.
Okay. Nothing else with my turn, but I am going to excuse myself temporarily to use the bathroom. I will be right back.
Okay.
Congrats.
With that, it is Dunk's turn. Um, so does what's going on with the? Actually, it doesn't matter because they're expending a legendary action. They are going to expend a legendary action to. They're going to spend 2 of them. And so that is going to be 20-foot radius. Okay, Dunk, Willem, and Cena have to make dexterity saving throws.
+2 for me
Plus,
because I'm by Willem.
yes, indeed.
Wait, am
Or
I in this?
is it
No.
+3 still?
Plus
Now or is
2.
this just all +2? Okay.
Plus 2. No, only Willem,
Am I in
Dunk.
this?
You are not. Patience.
Oh no. 14.
Okay, Willem, you also have to make a dexterity saving throw. These headphones might not be on. Willem, make a dexterity saving throw.
Oh, I hate these. 11.
Okay. All 3 of you now have to make strength saving throws.
better at those.
23.
Also
No,
23.
25.
Ah,
Okay. Each of you takes 44 damage. Force damage.
what kind of damage?
4d4 damage?
Force
That's not that bad.
damage. And as Draken like points across the room and opens up another one of those rifts here, right there,
I've
kind of
cut
like
out
on
the
the
rift.
far side of the wall. It has a recharge. We've been fighting that long. And he will open up the rift, and Willem and Dunk, you manage to kind of like grab onto each other. And Willem, you're actually kind of like standing right next to a pillar that's right here, and you're able to kind of wrap your arm around it and then clutch on to Dunk to steady yourselves as the force damage ripples through you. Cena, however, is not so lucky, who takes the 44 damage, and as the piano kind of like crumples, cracks, and then just gets wretched into the rift, Cena follows as the rift
What?
closes and Cena
Where'd
disappears
she go?
from the field of battle.
Where'd she go? What?
Bye bye.
What the
Damn.
hell, man?
And it is now Dunk's turn.
The different reaction of what the hell and bye-bye.
I'm a little confused about. Can I? So I have 40 feet of movement. Can I get to Draken?
40 feet. You can.
So like,
Yes.
okay.
And so what is the story with the gust, Randy? Like what, or Laser Hawk? What is happening when someone stands in the gust?
They just have to make a strength saving throw. I'm not gonna say.
Okay.
I could. It's just a gust
Um,
of wind. It'll happen what you think is gonna happen.
All right. I'm going to run up to Draken.
Okay, make a strength saving throw.
Draken D's nuts. Am I right?
Cracking D's nuts across your
Uh,
face.
23.
Okay.
You save. You're fine.
Okay.
You're just like,
And I am going
Yeah.
stanced up. Tell Draken you don't get to talk to my friend like, and I'm gonna grapple him.
He's a bully.
He's a bully.
okay, so you're grappling him.
Yes.
Make a contested.
Hell yes,
Make a
brother!
contested strength check.
That is a 27.
He fails. He's now. You're basically like got him in a hammer lock.
And can I like drag him over into the fire stuff? Not
You
like
have
the Randy Celestial
you
field.
have already used all of your movement to get over there.
That's right.
And your action was to grapple.
I like the idea of Doug getting him, grappling him, and then just dragging him into like a pillar of fire.
That'd be crazy.
Could I, because for cool points, can I retcon Misty stepping over to him instead of running so that I can drag him into the pillar of fire?
Sure.
Yay!
So you both have to make the dexterity saving throws. He is not restrained, so you get to both make them. It's a very weird thing. He doesn't automatically fail.
Okay.
But you have successfully dragged him in here.
That's a nat 1.
Just kick drag.
You both fail. They both fail, so Randy, go ahead and roll the damage.
Come on, baby. You both take 42 damage.
4d2 damage?
No!
Wait, is Dunk down?
No.
Oh, okay.
No, it was him reacting to only doing 4d2 damage.
Okay.
You
Flip a
hear
coin
Randy
4
go,
times.
Doug, what the fuck are you doing?
And you just hear like Draken screaming as he's like clawing, like, "Get your hands off me, you dizzy ape!"
Little poop.
And with that, it is Cena's turn, but she is not on the field of battle, which makes
You
it
asshole.
Draken's turn. Um, and they are going to bonus action Misty Step, schwap, right here,
Schwang.
Fair enough.
out of your grasp. And they are going to.
Oh. Oh.
Thinking too much.
You're making a figure.
Okay. Yes, it's 35 feet. Right there. Actually, how big is this? The feet went away. Wait, no, that's actually much bigger. How does radius work?
Radius is half
It's
the
half
circle.
the diameter.
And
So double the radius, and that's your diameter.
So
diameter
from
is all the way
center,
across.
Any way around is the radius.
Okay.
Diameter is, yeah, the long one. Don't get me started on circumference.
Radius is a slice of pizza.
Wait, that's
Diameter
huge
is the
then.
whole pizza. Yeah.
All right, then
Okay,
he's gonna
now I actually just can't.
he's gonna cast it over there. And I need hold on.
Is anybody else like it's like not transparent for them at all, right?
It's not.
No, it's
But I
not.
know I'm in there.
Oh, really?
I know I'm in there.
Yeah.
Yeah,
There's
Yeah,
a
it's
lot of
just a
red
big
blobs on
sort
the
of
screen.
Oh, I see. That's
Screen
interesting
making
because
commentary.
I have the transparency. All right, hold on. I'll change
That's
it.
nice.
All right. I need Willem, Dunk, and Bramwin to make Constitution saving throws.
Constitution?
Indeed.
Fuck.
$28.
Ready for the number
Yes.
1.
21.
Randy, what would you get?
Randy's
Oh,
not
do I have to
saving.
make
It's
one?
no, it's just Bramwin,
Oh,
Randy,
okay.
and Dunk right now. Brandon,
I
what
got a
did you get?
3.
Okay, you fail. If you fail, you take 40 radiant damage, and if you succeed, you take 20. As Draken like claps his hands and just goes, "You people, you all sicken me. You think that you're better than anyone. I am God." And then he just like opens up his hands, and each of you just witnesses the full, unadulterated, blinding heat of the sun emanate from his hands and pointing directly at you. And Bramwin, you are also blinded. And Willem and Dunk, you are good. You only take 20 damage. And he cannot do anything else. So it is Bramwin's turn.
Blinded by the light.
I don't know if I can do anything. My character sheet is frozen. Yeah, I don't know if I can do anything.
I mean, you can attack him.
Can I if I can't see him?
You just attack with disadvantage.
Am I able to cast spells on him?
You blinded.
Does it say target you can see?
Yeah, that's the problem.
Then yes.
Well-
Yes, you fail any ability check that requires sight, and your attack rolls have disadvantage. Your attack rolls against you have advantage, and any spell that requires sight, obviously, you would not be able to cast.
Okay, I'll do this instead. I'm gonna cast Shatter on where the orb was.
Which was on the table. I don't know what happened to it.
Yeah, which was right in front of me.
Okay. Oh, I ended up off of here somehow.
So yeah, it should be 10-foot radius sphere. But I think that's pretty much just gonna be the orb. And Constitution saving throw, creature takes 3d8 thunder damage.
Okay, go ahead and roll your damage.
$14.
Okay. Each of you that can see like you hear this resonant like crack as Brandon kind of like haphazardly spinning around the room, just like plays an out of tune note on her fiddle, and the crack resonates on the stone itself. And just you can see the initial crack that Willem caused with his glaive just begins to spread across the orb, but no additional damage continues, or nothing additional occurs. Anything else with your turn?
And that's my turn.
Okay. And it is now Laserhawk's turn.
Laserhawk. Did you skip Randy?
I did. It's Randy's turn. Thank you.
Randy is going to once again just like lift up his finger, move the big old sphere out of Dunk and across here and center it right there. So Draken takes or has to make another dexterity throw.
He fails. He is not very dexterous. He kind of even like sees it coming and like braces himself for it.
No,
Come
no,
on!
no, no.
Come on. That's like 33 damage from that then. 33 to radiant.
Okay.
And then as he's in the pillar, Randy will just like he just looks very again nonchalant, points with the other hand and casts flame strike.
Okay.
As
Calling a
he
missile attack on this guy? Jesus.
must make another dexterity saving throw.
Okay. Is that a range spell attack?
It is.
He fails.
Okay. He'll take 4d6 fire damage. No, not 46. So 13 fire damage and 16 radiant damage from that.
As you like nonchalantly lift up your arm, shake off the weight, and just let these kind of like fiery, you see the singes begin on your traditional guided bolt hand, and they just Draken is like bracing as the cone comes over him, and he turns and his eyes widen, and he tries to like put up a shield of shimmering magic as they just shatter, and the final two blasts catch him right in the side. Ah! As he kneels down to the earth, catching the wood. Ah, it's not possible. And he collapses to the ground, dead.
Oh, beans.
Randy snaps his fingers and the pillar disappears. And he looks at Willem and goes, "Well, that's that."
Are you gonna step out of the
Um,
fire? Because you do take
At this point, I will.
7 fire damage as you leave it. I did also forget to roll at the beginning of the round, so we'll do this now. 2, where the fire begins to spread into 2 new blocks, and are immediately extinguished by the gust of wind if you're leaving it there.
Yay.
I think Laserhawk will just cast Gust of Wind again and just put out the rest of the fire.
Heard.
and then dispel both dusts.
Okay.
And then I'm going to cast my Create Bonfire cantrip.
Oh no, I can't erase them. It's okay, we're out of the owlbear anyway. As Draken lies there on the ground in something of a crumpled heap, the rift reopens and you hear a "Ah!" Stina spills out onto the floor, kind of like tries to catch herself and like steady herself, and then sees that Draken is dead and goes, "Oh, I thought I was just falling for a really long time."
Does her hair still look okay?
It looks like pretty
It's so
poofy on
windswept.
one side, and the other side is like completely flattened down.
Okay. I was gonna tell her her hair still looks good, but it doesn't.
It doesn't look good.
Well,
Uh,
fuck.
We solved your Draken puzzle.
The fire is out, yeah?
The fire is out.
Just making sure we don't have like a, oh god, the tower's gonna like, go up in flames if we don't do something.
I will walk over to Draken, kind of reach at his neck and take his necklace off that he's been kind of grabbing at, and I'm gonna walk over to Branwen and give her the necklace.
Okay.
I'm just going to put my hand on Willem's shoulder.
Willem is going to turn and smash at the orb again with his glaive.
Okay. I'll say that you hit. You can go ahead and roll damage.
Oh, thanks. That's 16 slashing damage.
Okay. You notice that the cracks just kind of begin to expand all over the orb, but no additional damage or effects seem to happen to it.
Well, then
hey,
I'll hit
toss.
it.
Wait, toss the orb. Maybe I can do something.
Sure.
I will toss the orb to Brett. Are you still blind?
I don't know.
Oh yeah, make a
Bounce off my head.
Constitution saving throw.
You toss the orb, it just hits her in the head.
5.
You are still blind. Otherwise,
cast lesser
Versus
restoration
blindness
on
at
Branwen.
Okay.
you are no longer blind, Brandon.
Okay. Can I just do an Arcana check on this orb?
Sure. Go ahead and do
See
so.
what's keeping it. That was bouncy. That is an 18.
Yes. Let me pull up my notes here. Yes. So as you kind of like ponder the orb in your hand, you can sense a great deal of energy and magic coming from within it, and that the physical object can endure enormous amounts of damage. Given what you roll and the fact that you felt magic kind of dissipate from the room when you cast your dispel magic earlier in the fight, you get the sense that there's potential that there was something warding it, and that this isn't just a physical prison that you can break. That there's still some degree of magic about it.
Okay, I'm gonna keep holding it and then cast Dispel Magic at 6th level.
Okay. It has no
And
effect.
inspire myself. Fuck. Okay, then I'm going to cast Shatter at 4th level instead. I'm gonna put it against one side of the wall, back everyone up, and cast Shatter at 4th level.
I'm going to say your Arcana check was good enough to understand that no amount of physical damage is going to free
Oh, okay.
whatever is in here,
Gotcha.
and that might actually be a bad thing.
Oh, okay. Then I won't do that.
Does
It's not
anybody
very.
here know the second best wizard on this plane?
We can take it to Elray. He's a wizard, right?
Elray or the like the conclave.
Conclave?
Hey, you could also give me a day and I can figure it out. I need a long rest. And then I
If
can
we
I'd rather keep it in house, if we can.
if we just stop for like 4 hours, I can get us to either the lake or somewhere else.
Cool. Anyone else want to ransack the hell out of this tower?
Oh hell yeah! All those other things that he was offering me at the beginning, like last time we were here. There's a skeleton key there, if I remember correctly.
You would be right about that, yes.
There was an elaborate mirror puzzle.
Do you remember what to do?
Kind of. No. But Steph took notes.
What? When was this? You guys ransack for 4 hours while Brandon's just gonna huddle in a corner and attempt to sleep.
Randy is going to spend some time with Draken's body.
Okay. What exactly
Gross.
are you doing with it?
Um, I'm just gonna search the body first of all. Is there anything cool on him?
Yes. Investigating the body. Not only did you find the necklace that you already lifted from his body, you also find his mantle, the cloak that he was wearing, which definitely you don't even have to roll an Arcana or Insight check to understand that this thing is definitely magical. You also find a small brass key uh, that he was kind of like wearing as a necklace underneath his clothing. You find in his person itself a grimoire and a kind of like padfolio of paper, kind of like stuffed into his cloak's pockets. Um, he also is carrying a staff that he was using as his arcane focus.
Is there anything
Oh.
special? I guess I'd have to
You have to spend time with each of them.
You have to use the mirror to get to things. That's all I just wrote. Use mirror to get.
I'm gonna spend some time with the grimoire and the padfolio and the staff while Dunk and Willem are gallivanting around his tower.
Okay. So there's a lot in here. So okay, you're spending 4 hours in here.
Yeah.
Okay. If that's the case, I'm gonna have you do some things. So Bramlin is resting. Randy is spending some time figuring things out of the things that he actually found on Draken's body. There are a couple of places that you can go in the tower. I'm gonna say you actually have to like look because it's a whole ass place. You can't just retrieve
What
everything.
are Laserhawk and Tina doing? Are they going to gallivant with us?
Cena will gallivant with you. Yes. What's Laserhawk up to?
Laserhawk will also gallivant.
Okay, so the four of you are gallivanting. Where you find yourself on the second floor. So you're currently in the study. The study is a wreck. You get the sense that like if there was any place that you might want to go last, it would probably be here. Like you're not going to be able to recover much from this room anyway, just based on the rifts that have been opened, etc. What you do find here on the second floor, um, there is the main atrium room, which serves as kind of the trophy hall, where there are a number of objects in glass cases and the wrought iron mirror in the far left-hand corner of the atrium. The wrought iron mirror stands on wheels, and there is also the very large dragon's head hung over the atrium, which descends via staircase into the floor below. There is also a room on the west side of the floor, and on the north side of the floor. You're currently on the east side. You sight. And what else? There is a hallway. And okay, so yeah, you're on the second floor. What would you like to do?
Is there a map I can look at?
And the Elder.
Me, Nolan, not
Yeah.
Willem. Okay.
If I could get rid of the very dumb things.
Oh, I use my last 4th level spell to cast Sending to Amar, saying, "Hey girl, hey, Draken's dead." Trying to figure out how to free her. And then I pass out.
Okay. You pass out so quickly you do not receive a response.
Nah.
Why can't I get rid of this stuff? It's really annoying.
Looks a bit like a PP with square balls.
It does. Or a really bad map
So-
of Florida. Like it's just there.
And
Okay.
the other one looks like reverse Utah.
When did that even get there? Oh wait. Somehow I've managed to get there.
Oh,
Oh,
All right. The things are gone. Okay. There's your map.
let's go this way.
Number one dog guardian. Um okay, that's the atrium with all the glass display cases. So in the glass display cases, so this is like kind of the top of the stairwell. There are a lot of the Green's dragon head is looking over the floor. There is the double staircase that goes down to the floor below, not above. And the outer wall of this particular landing is lined with the glass display cases. And then in the far left-hand corner, there is the standing mirror. It's a ornate on an iron stand with wheels.
Is the
I guess
skull within reach range?
The skull, the dragon's head. It's not a skull. It's like a
Yeah.
full head with skin and scales and
Oh,
everything.
it's like a taxidermied head.
Correct. And it is not within reaching range. It is at the top of the ceiling.
Okay. Can I do an Arcana check to see if this is going to bring to life and blow fire at us if we try to grab treasure?
Sure.
That would be a 14.
No. By all intents and purposes, this looks like a very realistic stuffed head, though it does not exude any magical aura that you can detect.
Cool.
how high up off the ground is it?
There's about 20-foot ceilings.
Oh, perfect. William, want to go check it out?
Um, how do you intend to do that, Doug?
Do I have your consent to cast a spell on you?
What is the spell, please?
Levitate.
Oh, sure.
I will levitate Willem up to the dragon's head.
Okay. You're right up there with the head.
Is there
I'm
anything
gonna
like in its
investigate,
mouth or something?
maybe, because I don't know what else I'm gonna do.
I don't know. It
You
seemed
can
like a cool place to hide something.
You can investigate it.
17.
Uh, for all intents and purposes, everything about this creature looks shockingly real. It is not a creature that you have seen in your lifetime, and you haven't even really heard stories. So this is just kind of in your mind a very large lizard. And from down below, you would have said neat trick. But up here, you're like, wow, this thing is fucking real and pretty scary. It has shimmering green scales. The head is the size of a carriage, like a carriage of one that might be towed by horses. And then each of the teeth is the size of a dinner plate. And like up close and personal, you can't imagine what this thing must have been like at its full size with the rest of its body. But there's nothing
Yeah,
hidden
this
in
is
it.
Oh,
a cool lizard.
can you grab it off the wall?
It's like really large, isn't it?
Very, the size of a
Oh yeah,
carriage.
I guess the size of. Okay, yeah, never mind.
Yeah,
I was picturing
I'm
something
very
more.
strong, and I don't think I could do that.
Okay. It just seemed like if there was a cool thing in there, that'd be a cool place to hide it. Anyway, I'll gently levitate you back towards the floor.
Oh, yeah, I'm gonna like look inside its mouth. Is there anything in there besides teeth and a tongue?
No.
Oh, lame. That's
Dang.
fine. I'll go down.
Okay. What does it do?
All right. So there's something about this mirror. I don't remember what.
I think you were the one who actually saw it happen, and I canonically did not.
You can make a history check to attempt to remember, Doug.
I will do so. Three.
Unfortunately, you're just kind of staring at this mirror and you don't really remember what it does.
Hmm. Well, I'm gonna wheel it around to the different artifact, like to the different display cases.
Okay. Uh, in the display room, there are a handful of things. Because they are clear, you can see what they are. Also, as you approach the mirror, go ahead and make an investigation check.
Nat 20, -1.
Written on the base of the mirror in very clear handwriting, it's or rather engraving. It reads, "For when you need a hand, you look dashing as always, Draken." There are a number of display cases, one of which includes a small key, which appears to be made from bone, on a plush lavender pillow. On another lavender pillow in another display case, there is a rod of sorts, like a handheld wand. In another, absent of a pillow, there is a cauldron, because I won't say the word that I wrote down because I know I'll mispronounce it. Um, and you guys will make
What
fun of
word
me.
did you write
What was it?
Cauldronthesaurus.com.
Brazier. It's a brazier.
Oh,
Okay,
Asian,
nice.
yes.
That's right.
Almost said the other one.
Not Brazier.
um, and another one, there's a tiny jade elephant. Another one has a small, like kind of sapphire-esque stone. And in another one is a brass-colored tankard.
Um. Well. I guess can
There are also a
I?
couple of empty ones. Some of which
Okay.
you would remember as like you took two things from here once.
Right. Um. And none of the display cases also have a little. Right.
Sorry.
None of the other display cases have like engravings on it, right? It's just
Yeah,
it was just
none of
the
them are labeled.
mirror that had
Yes.
engraving.
Yeah.
Okay. So for when we need a hand, um, I guess maybe does this mirror somehow? Can I look at the objects through the mirror?
If you are wheeling the mirror around, like yes, you can clearly see that they're a reflection of the items. Like the room is reflected through the mirror.
Okay. Um, can I cast? That doesn't That's not really gonna help, is it? Actually,
Uh,
maybe. Can I cast magic awareness? I know the location of any spell or magic item within 60 feet that isn't behind total cover, and when I sense a spell, I learn what school of magic it belongs to.
Sure. There are tons of magic items
Yeah.
in this room. Since you're looking specifically at the mirror, I can tell you that it is a like kind of it appears to have multiple schools of magic applied to it, namely transmutation and conjuration. As
Um,
you're looking at it, like kind of like you can make an investigation check. Actually, you rolled
yeah.
well enough earlier to see as you're passing it by things um, that most of the things that you're looking at in real life like seem to like kind of they reflect some light back at you because of the glass. But as you walk around with the mirror, you do not see the glass in the reflection.
Oh, can I reach into the mirror and try to pull them out?
Yes, as you approach one of the objects with the
Nice.
mirror in tow and place your hand, you can actually pull out one of the items. So you can go through and pull out all of the items if you would like to.
I would like to.
Okay. So you now have in your possession a key made from bone, a wand, a brazier, a figurine of a tiny jade elephant, um, and a small sapphire-like stone. And that is everything in this room.
Okay,
Good job, Doug.
nice.
Being handsome as ever.
Yeah, I'm gonna kind of like adjust my
Oh.
face. Or, oh, you good?
Yep, I'm good. I just spilled some in there.
Um. All right. Well, I guess we can explore the rest of the castle.
I'm going to say that Cena already checked these two other rooms and found nothing of note.
And she's a good investigator, right?
She
She's a
is.
particularly good finder.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. We should probably at some point look for those like robot slaves that he had.
Oh, I found a bunch of those broken up in the other room.
Did you find Hansen?
I did not.
Okay.
There are like a couple of pieces to them in there. She takes you to a room, um, which is a tile-lined room, and it all seems to be kind of caked in oil, grime, in some cases blood. Um, and there are a handful of like large pieces of machinery scattered throughout the room. Just this one's pretty cool. And she like holds up a giant arm with a grappling hook at it at the end of it. And she goes, "I also messed with that one." And she points to a giant scorch mark on the far side of the room, on the receiving end of a another arm that seems to be ending in something of a cannon. She goes, "Wouldn't recommend it."
It'd be super cool if like one of us could like stick those arms on ourselves and have like
I thought about it.
extra stuff.
I did think about it.
I mean, like no offense, Laserhawk, but Cena, what you did with that gun back there a while ago was pretty cool.
Thank you. Speaking of which, Laserhawk, how attached are you to that?
God damn it. And I take out the gun, and I kind of hold it in my hand for a little bit, look at it, uh, hand it to Cena, and still hanging on to it. I go, her name's Desert Eagle. Treat her well. He came, or she came from a difficult place.
Are you okay?
Am I still here?
Yeah.
I think
Yeah.
my for a
Did you
second there.
lose power?
No, obviously not. I think my light just went out.
Oh, just setting the mood.
Either that or bomb's about to drop.
Hey, let's not. This isn't the year.
Cena takes it. Just, I might change the name, but I won't if you're really attached to that.
Don't change the name.
Okay. Desert Eagle it is. And then she just kind of like looks down on it, smiling. There is a hallway to the left and to the right of the atrium.
Yeah, let's
Does
go down
anybody
the
have a
hallway.
favorite direction?
Left.
As you make your way down the left hallway, there is a staircase that spirals higher up into the tower.
Oh, I bet there's something about a telescope on the third. I think Randy's gonna want to
So,
see that one, but
yep, probably. Should we be looking through telescopes? Because it wasn't good the last time you looked through telescopes.
well, there was the one guy over in Old Hallow that was using it to like peep on people.
Yeah, he was a little freak.
So I don't know.
And then I'm really thinking of the other time.
Yeah, that one. Why don't we go up there and just see what's in there, and maybe you know,
We'll make it note, and then we'll discuss as a group.
yeah. So why don't we, the four of us, make agreement not to look in the telescope right now until we can consult with the whole. But we can go look in the room and see if there's anything in the room.
Yep, I'm not looking at any telescopes.
That sounds like a good idea for
Yeah.
us all. I think he also kind of said that it wasn't working.
You are very perceptive, Cena. I suppose somebody has to be.
Well, it's just like I listened, you know? I think it's really important.
I was I was feeling a little heated like 20 minutes ago. So
Really, none of us heard. She's going to walk past you and walk up the stairs, and then she will hesitate and turn around and go, "You were right," and that was uncalled for.
thank you for saying that.
Just quieter.
Let's go
Stop.
not look at a telescope.
Yes. All right. And as you walk up the stairs, you see that, oh my God, this is still configured from like the OG.
I was
Because
about to say Randy's
Randy's
there.
OG
They
Randy
had
um, is
no.
there. Okay, so let's get you guys up in this biz. We got Lacina, Willem, Dunk, and Hawk. You guys pop out there. As you ascend the spiral staircase, you see some of that golden lattice work, kind of crackling and shattered, uh, as if something that was keeping it up, perhaps the will of a very powerful wizard, is no longer there. And as you arrive on the third floor, you can hear kind of the faint hum of arcane energy coming from the north wall. So this kind of I can gesture on the screen. Let me get over to our owlbear. So you hear some like faint energy coming from here, and there's a door right here that you can see, and a double door right here. There are also a fair number of ferns and plants that line this tiled hall. I don't know where that accent just came from. And there are two narrow hallways that go down further down into the tower.
Um. Let's see. So just kind of carefully walk through. We'd probably looking for like traps or something.
Okay. Go ahead and make an investigation check, and Cena will help you so that you can roll with advantage.
Thank you, Cena. Uh, you said investigation.
Yes.
2.
Okay. You roll with advantage?
Yep, I rolled a 3 and a 1.
Okay. You do not find anything. Where would you like to go?
Um, I guess just kind of into the hallway and like into this like first big room in the middle.
North or south?
South.
Okay. You attempt to open the door and find it locked. There is, however, a small space for a brass key.
Is there a space for a bone-shaped bone material key?
There certainly is a keyhole. Cena
I'm
goes
wait.
to like go with her tools to unlock it, and then sees you push forward with the key and kind of like steps back.
You know what, Cena? Until I get to investigate this key a little bit more, why don't I let you try first?
You sure? You're okay with that?
I mean, you're
Yeah.
not gonna just go jamming random bones into holes.
She rolled a nat 20, so so 737. That's something absurd like that. No, it's like it's 29 or something crazy like that. 31. There we go. So the door clicks and opens, and each of you step into what is very clearly the boudoir, specifically Draken's bedroom. The room before you is a very grand chamber, rich, deep colored tapestries. There are no windows. As it's like fully sealed within this particular space. So like all of the walls are like neatly upholstered with all manner of silks and tapestries and flowing garments that he's like hung up. There's a very lavish four-poster bed with intricate carvings standing at the center, and it's draped in all manner of silks. There is a finely crafted vanity, kind of off to the right, where there's a number of different vials and potions, including what are very clearly different scents of colognes and perfumes. Um, Next to the vanity, or at the foot of the bed, rather, there is a finely crafted desk upon which there are a handful of papers and whatnot. But perhaps the most interesting piece is here on this far wall, flanked by these two stuffed couches, which is a floor to ceiling mirror, cased and bordered in a gold rim. It appears murky and hazy and doesn't seem to share a true reflection of the room itself.
Laserhawk's gonna approach it and just kind of go, dude was so fucking full of himself.
Each of you notice that you do not see Laserhawk's reflection in the mirror as he passes in front of it.
Do we see anything, or is it just kind of dully metallic and opaque?
Dully metallic, opaque. You can attempt to look more closely if you would like to.
I
I
will
will not.
investigate.
Then
I investigated a 4, so
You know what? Fine, I'll look at it. I investigated an 18.
Okay. Please hold.
Also, I don't know how long this is actually taking, and Chris, if you're fine with it, maybe Branwyn and Randy should join us if it's
oh,
been 4 hours.
I have a thing that Randy is also doing in the meantime. But
Okay.
yes, for Brandwin, unless she wants to hang out with me.
Sure. We can take a pause from this group and see.
Branwen is resting.
Okay, that's what I figured. That's why we're gonna focusing on these guys.
Yep.
Oh,
Uh,
I was saying like, oh, what if it had just like been 4 hours? Because I feel bad that at least Steph is just kind of like sitting there making dice towers.
all right. Willem, as you peer into the mirror, you start to see somewhat of a reflection of yourself. But it is murky and it feels somewhat familiar. Like everything that you see is real and is an accurate picture of how you look. But it's the space around you that doesn't feel like the room that you are in. Um, it is still a room. It's a nice, warm, homey living area. Um, there are a number of like kind of as you kind of stare more deeply into it, you can see reflections of like trophies of your conquests, like your victories. Um, there are framed and like mounted swords on the walls, and the longer you stare, the more clear the picture becomes. It's it feels self-actualizing. It feels like a place that you would like to be someday, but you know it is not your current.
Okay, so I think the mirror shows you your future.
I know what this is.
That's pretty cool.
Can I walk up and look in the mirror myself?
You were looking into the mirror and see nothing more than the kind of murky field.
Uh, I guess I'm
Laser
gonna be
hawk.
dead in the future because I don't see anything.
I mean, first of all, grim. Second of all, I mean, that would by the natural order of things. Yeah.
What do you like? You don't
Everybody
just.
died.
What did you say, Laser?
I said everybody dies.
You know, do you want to look at it? I mean, I know we made a deal about like, oh, no arcane stuff, but
It's
She
mostly
kind of
specifically the telescope.
she kind of
But
like cocks her head and looks at it. Just messy, which I guess makes sense.
Does laser hawk see anything in the mirror?
Make an investigation check.
Ooh. 13.
You do not.
Yeah. This is some kind of bullshit mirror. Doesn't work very well.
Cena turns and starts to kind of investigate the rest of the room.
yeah, I think this might be like his because he was so full of himself. I think this is like an I mean, maybe it's a future mirror, but maybe it's like an affirmation mirror, and it's like I look in this mirror and I see the future I want, and I'm confident, and I'm like, look how great I am.
Yeah, I heard about daily affirmations. In my experience, they're not quite helpful. You got to tell yourself what you are, not what you will be.
Cena
Well said.
pauses, like holding like a little like jewelry box, shaking it. She goes, "Isn't that exactly what an affirmation is?"
Depends on how you look at it, I suppose.
No, I'm pretty sure that you're right. And then she like fiddles with her sleight of hand and cracks open the box. Whoa! Jackpot. And she like turns over the box, which is just like filled with gems.
Tools.
Are the rest of you
I'm gonna grab a
investigating?
random bottle of cologne and spray it on myself, but then leave.
It smells quite nice. Um, Cena
Oh,
investigates the rest of the room and claims for you all uh, 500 gold worth of gemstones as well
Is that in
as
addition to the
no, that's the box of gems that she has,
okay?
as well as 2,900 platinum pieces from his bedside table,
Rich.
two scrolls from the table, and a peculiar token that has a feather on it.
Um.
Oh, you know who I wish we had? Pietro.
Oh yeah.
All right, I will say that the rest of you guys can investigate the rest of the top floor while the group rests. Um, Checking out the rest of the rooms, you do find the telescope room to the east. So I'll run through these rooms relatively. Whoops, wrong field. So in the observatory, um, it kind of starts to slope upward into like something of an addition, where the tower seems to actually grow and expand in a particular area, and the ceilings get ever higher. And as you step out onto the floor of the observatory, this kind of intricate machine springs up into the sky and out of the tower. Um, there is a desk of star charts and peculiar looking diagrams in the observatory. There is also the telescope, which at the current moment is split in two. So in the looking glass is lying on the floor amongst a lot of intricate machinery and complex gears, while the bulk of the telescope stares up towards the heavens. Is also a handful of papers and notes in this particular room, and the northern room is where that hum is emanating from. And the room is bathed in a golden hue, all of which emanates from a large arcane sigil sketched onto the floor at the far side of the room. Um, there is a metallic orb on a. Actually, make an investigation check as you enter the room.
4.
17.
3.
Dunk, you can note the orb that stands on a metallic cylindrical rod in the far right hand corner of the room, where like static electricity and arcane energy seem to be emanating from. Um, it is physically bothersome to be in the room, because of the noise that's coming from the orb. Um, and it is a bit draining to be around it. Um, but there doesn't seem to be anything you can do about it. There is also the sigil on the floor, which has peculiar symbols, which seem somewhat familiar to you. Stina just kind of stares at them and shrugs her shoulders and kind of steps out to be out of the hum of the orb. And so there's just the sigil on the floor, which has one, two, three, four, five, six, seven, eight. Yep, eight little runes etched into an eight-pointed star that has been drawn into the circle.
Perhaps we should have your magic friend look at this.
Do the runes look like the symbols that were scrawled on the wall in the house by the Evan Lake?
They do not.
Okay, that's good. Yes, definitely should have the magic friend look at this.
Yeah.
All right. Anything else you guys want to do up here before heading downstairs?
Um. Well, there's still that one little area we haven't looked
Oh
at, right?
yes, the Enchantatorium. Forgive me. Um, as you are in the room itself, you do find that it is quite warm inside this room, and there are large ornate bookshelves that are lined in very tiny rows. along with all manner of scrolls. I mean, scrolls on scrolls on scrolls on scrolls on scrolls. There are at least 8 bookshelves of the crisscross applesauce scroll containers, and there's a large table at the far end that glows with a bright blue hue, emanating and bathing the room in this very cool hue that seems to cast these very lengthy shadows of the bookshelves themselves. And there are a handful of scrolls on that table at the current juncture.
Can I take a quick glance to see if, like, obviously I'm not going to go through each one, but like, is anything of note about the scrolls?
What languages do you speak?
Ooh. Um, Common, Goblin, and Minotaur.
They are not. There are 2 different languages present in these 6 scrolls, neither of which you understand. But you are educated enough at this point, and you're in a wizard's tower to know that these are definitely spell scrolls.
Does Sylvan or Elvish get me anything?
Sylvan would have you understand 3 of these. The first of which, if you kind of are you taking them or are you leaving them and reading them?
I am examining what they are before I decide if we're taking them or not, or if
Okay,
I'm taking them or not.
you were able to read 3 of the scrolls. The first of which um, appears to be some kind of bastardization of a polymorph spell that you cannot fully understand without investing a lot of time reading it. Um, the other seems to be some kind of teleportation spell. And the third um, appears to be some kind of. You think Randy might be interested in this because it mentions chronomancy magic multiple times.
Yeah, we'll take those.
Okay. Are you taking the other 3?
Ethical.
Yeah. Why don't we put them in the bank of junk for now, and then
Yeah.
when everybody's rested up, we'll sort of take a little sit down and show off the spoils.
Okay. You've got 6 experimental spell scrolls. I will say, in looting the other rooms, you also got the 2,900 platinum, the $500 worth of gold
Mm.
gemstones. You got the feather token. You found a pair of potions, a definite scroll of gas, and you also found a. That's not how you say it, is it? As well
I don't know
as
how you say it, but it's definitely not gay ass.
as well as another small ornate figurine of a golden lion.
Wow.
Send their regards.
Good one. All right, Bramlin, you awake from your 4-hour rest, completely devoid of dreams. Now that you have spent some time wearing the necklace, Randy, what?
I
Oh, go ahead, Bramlin.
have I put it on? Do I have
I
to
don't know.
attune to it?
Did you put it on? You do have to attune to it, but simply
I
wearing
do.
it does at least alleviate the dreams.
Okay, then yeah, I probably would at least
You
put it
feel
on. Yeah,
warm
probably.
while you're wearing it, but you don't get any other effect from it without attuning to it.
All right, I check.
Oh, speaking of which, sorry, kind of important. You found one other thing.
You forget who you are.
No,
You remember Elray.
That would be great. He's reading. He's reading.
yes, you find also a cloak hung in Draken's room, um, which is made of very fine silk, um, and has the quality of like a daytime breeze. It seems to be fluttering in the wind, despite being no wind being present. And Cena picks it up.
Dude loved silks.
Yeah, big silk guy.
He's
Very
a,
big
he's a
silk guy.
fancy man.
Okay, and Brandon, you wake up from your rest. What are you doing?
I check my lists per usual, and then guess we're gonna gather everybody. I don't know where everyone is.
Can Randy be doing things while people are exploring?
Yes, were you spending time investigating the various items that you found?
Yeah, but that does that take 4 hours to do?
It'll take some of that time.
Sure. Could I perhaps do something else that takes 20 minutes?
Oh yeah, of course.
Or 10 minutes? Or
Yeah.
5 minutes maybe?
Mhm.
Okay. What do I find out about these things that I have now? Anything?
You mean the items that you lifted from Draken?
Yeah, do like is there like any special properties about
Oh
them?
yes, that's what I was going to tell you.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Is
So
there any special properties?
you found the grimoire, which contains all of Draken's spells, along with what appears to be the personal notes of someone else, and spells that are beyond your comprehension. And I forget, what languages do you speak?
I speak abyssal, celestial, common, and giant.
Okay. So you can read the earlier pages of this book, which do describe a lot of spells which seem there are notes written in the margin in Draken's hand that indicate that it seems to be a level of spellcraft unattainable even by him. And this is like kind of like what his work has been, is trying to craft and do some of these spells. Um, it does contain a fair number of spells in the book itself, including those that come before Draken's possession of it. In the Padfolio, you do find a map of the Feywild, and it's like kind of like stacked on three pieces of paper, almost like transfer paper, that start to layer over the material plane. Um, and so there's a map of the material plane, and then there's a map of the Feywild, and then there's a third piece of paper, um, and there's a E in the top right corner, and you can see that there are a couple of places where there's like he's drafted like lines across them where you don't know what they are, but you can see that there are very clearly lines drafted into this map. And as you lift up the different pieces of paper, other lines show themselves. Um, that are not present at all three levels.
What do you mean by lines?
So like if it's a map, it's like a straight line over a given area.
Okay.
Like an X, but not an
Do
X.
any
Half of an
like
X.
do they correlate to anywhere that we've been? Like
Oh
if
sure.
they're can I
Make a
gain
history
anything?
check.
Oh, sure.
What if I did that with advantage?
Uh,
um, I do still have a 13, but
Yeah, you can definitely see that there are places that you are familiar with. There's definitely areas in and around the Marigold Estate. There's one of those lines that's stacked right where you are, like on on Voss's tower. There's certainly you kind of your eyes flutter towards locations that you would assume, and you're able to see like five or six where you're like, this is very likely places where there are thin places between the planes.
was there one in the Valyrian mountain place?
There was.
Interesting. Okay.
You also found his mantle, um, which, as you investigate, forgive me, the mantle provides a +2 to AC and saving throws when spells are cast against you. Um, it also allows you to use your reaction to increase your AC by 5 until the start of your next turn when hit by a strike.
Damn.
And then you didn't spend any time with the necklace because you gave that to Bramwin. The key, it's a key.
It's a key.
And now I would say that probably like by the time that you've spent doing these things, unless there's anything else you'd like to do during this time, the group kind of
What
reassembles.
was What's the staff like?
Oh yes, the staff. It is a staff of power. Provides a +2 bonus to attack and damage rolls with spells. It can also be used as a +2 quarterstaff. It also holds 20 charges and those charges can be expended to cast certain spells for certain charges.
Okay.
Make an Arcana
Damn.
check holding the spell staff.
27.
You can tell that it does require attunement. You can also tell with that level of a roll that you would be able to cast Fireball, Cone of Cold, Lightning Bolt, or Wall of Force with the charges that are attuned to the staff. Bless you, Dunk. And that there is so much power in this staff that breaking it is probably not a good idea, or maybe a good idea depending on your situation.
Yeah, I'm gonna keep it, but I'm not gonna use it.
Okay.
I think I will put on the mantle.
Okay.
Because the one that I have is the Mantle of the Hearthkeeper, and that's lame, and who
It's
needs
not you
it?
anymore, man.
Who needs
Yeah,
it?
not me anymore.
Fuck that bitch.
Mantle.
Pardon me. Bad language.
It's supposed to be a stream of women's empowerment and positivity.
Yeah, really. All right.
And then with the rest of my time, I'm going to walk on over to Draken's corpse and cast Speak with Dead.
As the corpse refuses to speak to its killer. No, I'm just kidding. Um, as you cast the spell, the head twitches, and the head drifts back and like lolls over to you, looking for your questions.
Hello, Draken. You answered a lot of questions for us in life, but hopefully you can ask us or answer more pertinent questions in death and also be a little bit less rude about it. So how do I free Clarissa from this orb?
It requires someone who is deeply in tune with the planes. One who has
Okay, good to
been
know.
beyond.
Uh, what what's the most powerful thing that you own?
Good question. My mind.
Ah, cop out answer.
But totally what he would say.
You're right. What did you see with that old telescope of yours?
I saw beyond. I saw him. I must ascend to destroy him.
Okay.
He says them. He doesn't
and
say him.
and how did you intend to reach godhood? That seemed like a big old thing for you.
And there are many of us. There are so many things I could learn. So many things in the book I could not yet understand. So many things I would understand if given more time. Time I did not have by my own hand. Can I ask one more question, I believe?
Yeah. When I first met you, you seemed to be a little bit more um chill with the whole world as a whole, or at least like with me. I don't really understand why that was. It didn't make a lot of sense to me. It makes even less sense the more that I exist. Why did you send me to the astral plane? That ruined my life.
Because you asked me to. And his head twitches, it rolls back, collapses to the floor. And the rest of you walk in as Kraken's body keels over.
I take a moment and I stand up and I turn to Dunk and I go, Dunk, I think you're the only one that can free Clarissa.
Did you just talk to Draken?
Yeah. I asked him how to do the whole thing, and he said someone who's experienced all the planes and has all that kind of magic, and I feel like that's kind of your shtick, yeah.
Yeah. Um,
So
do you? I don't know. Like, I think it would have been kind of cool to do that like all together, so we could all kind of
oh
workshop what questions to ask.
um yeah my bad.
All right, I'm sure that the questions were great. But okay, so I have to do it. I guess I will walk up to the orb and pick it up. Does anything happen?
Make an Arcana check.
13.
You definitely sense a hum from the interior, and you feel like you hear something else, but it's hard to tell.
I guess I will try to sort of meditate with it, kind of like I do for my ritual, Celesite.
Okay.
Um, and he didn't say anything about like how to, right, Randy?
Just said that it had to be with somebody who has great experience of the planes.
Well, I'll let y'all look through the stuff that we found in the rooms, and let me just kind of sit with this orb for a little while
Okay.
and ponder it.
As you ponder the orb, I will have you make a wisdom check.
I am.
Before he does that, can I cast enhance ability on Dunk
Sure.
and give him some owl's wisdom so he has advantage?
Woohoo.
That is a 17.
Okay. As you hover and kind of ponder the orb and stare into it, you stare into the cracks and let your mind ease. And as you stare into the cracks, you feel like twitching in your fingers and bits of magic seemingly flying out at different intervals from the orb itself, the cracks. And as they do so, you can actually feel them brushing past your face. And the more you sit there and let it happen to you, you see that it's happening over and over and over again. There's constantly magic shooting out from this orb. So much so that it's fleeting. The others in the room don't seem to notice it. And only until you noticed it and focused and concentrated on it were you able to notice. I'll have you make a constitution saving throw. And Willem's definitely within 10 feet of you.
30.
Okay. I love that you were nervous.
You didn't think it will.
Um, so as the magic hurtles past you, and you can feel the effects of it, you can also start to hear a crying, a voice. You can hear the ruptures of magic coming from the orb. And as you begin to kind of let yourself go, you can feel the effects of that ritual that you conducted those weeks ago with the Silazite, starting to pull at you. And it starts to drag you down this time. But this time, it feels even more violent. The air crackles with tension, and each of you witness from the outside as Dunk 10,000, hundreds more copies of Dunk just iterating on top of themselves, flying out through the door, through space, variations of colors and opacity, and just Dunk is there situated as though nothing is occurring to him, but all of you witnesses these versions rupture and skyrocket out of him as he continues to sit there. And Dunk, you feel yourself yanked down, not into the earth, but into the cracks of the orb itself, everything breaking with tension. And you can see yourself hurtling past and see the roots and the vines that you saw that once and heard Neria's voice, but this time they are dim and brittle, as though they would snap underfoot if stepped upon. And the colors of your world bleed into the darkness, the blackness, the violets, the greens, the gold, the chaotic flashes of everything, whispering voices. You can hear your friends' conversations, and then coppery tang in your mouth as everything is sharper now. And then the curl of a monster, fleeting as everything descends into darkness once more. You stand in an endless void. You just hear the faint boom, boom, boom of the magic flying off.
Can I look around and see if I see anything notable in my surroundings?
Yeah, make an investigation check.
13.
You, as you kind of walk through the space and you hear like these almost, it's difficult to describe, almost like silent echoes of your footsteps as you walk on nothing, nothing at all. And as you walk for a while, and all of you on the outside see these versions of Dunk kind of looking, and they seem to all echo one another very slowly, their heads turn together. And he paces forward as Dunk remains seated on the ground, and you, Dunk, in your vision, continue to pace forward. Suddenly ahead, an orb floats, fractured like shattered glass, held together by the whisper of will. And you can see inside a silhouette flickering. They dart around erratically, as though the figure is breaking apart, forming again, breaking apart, forming again. And as you approach, their voice is young, but jagged, almost overlapping itself, echoing in this space. Who's there? No, 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 don't you come any closer. Wait. You're not. Are you him? No. I know you. No, I don't. What if I don't know you? The orb starts to shudder a bit as you approach, the cracks growing ever brighter. And here's where you can see the magic flying out in different directions.
Hey, you don't know us, but that's okay because we'd really love to meet you. We've heard a lot about you.
Uh, as you approach and you say this, a hand grabs out against the orb. It shudders. It's a trick, isn't it? A dream, a lie. You're not allowed to break me. I'll break you before you break me. No, 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 I'm sorry. I won't do that. I promise you I won't do that. Please don't leave me. You can help me, can't you? Can't you? And suddenly a face appears between the cracks. Young, fair skinned but pale, frantic emerald eyes, and kind of copper and brunette hair fraying at the edges. Is this real? You are real?
I'm really here, and you don't have to worry about Draken anymore.
Draken! Draken! Do you work with Draken?
You kind of cut out there for a second.
Draken, you work with Draken?
Oh no, no. We just killed him. It was pretty cool.
So you're here to let me out. This is real. This isn't a dream. Not like a fleeting memory of a dream, but the version of a dream that I can wake up from.
It's really real, and I'm gonna stick my fingers in the cracks and try to
Go ahead
open
and
it.
make an athletics check.
Yeah. 15.
As you start to pull at the cracks of the orb, you can see her form more and more, and she immediately starts to recoil back towards as far into the sphere as she can, away from you. Hold up now! How do I know that you're the real deal? How do I know that you're not just some monster? There are monsters down here, tons of monsters with their angry eyes and angry mouths, and they say things, and then they don't. I told you I would tell them about this. How do I know you're not with them?
Your father sent us, Amar.
Father. Oh, don't you speak his name. Don't you dare say his name. They left me, threw me out like trash. No, she's too dangerous, too broken. I'll show them broken. I hope they're gone. I hope they burned. If they didn't, I'll do it myself. I'll show them what broken looks like. Oh, you're here with my parents.
Oh no, he's not here. Look, you've been there a really long time,
Don't I know it?
and
Days and days and days. Days turns to weeks and weeks turn to months and months turn to, oh, who even remembers the word?
am I the only person who's come to visit
Oh, I
you,
have lots of
Draken?
friends. There are plenty of people who want to talk to me in here. People that want to keep me down here. People that say that this is the best place for me to be. People that say it's too dangerous in the big wide world because I'm too dangerous for the big wide world.
Um, has anybody come down here and like left and come back?
What do I owe you? Who are you?
My name's Dunk.
Dunk. That's a nice name. I've heard that name. No, you've heard that name. Someone says they know you down here. But there's nobody here that I know that knows you. They're just telling me they know you. They want me to trust you. Trust you? Trust who?
I've I've come here to try to get you out. And I I just want you to know that we've worked on this very hard for a very long time, and uh, everybody out there really wants to meet you.
Uh, make
So if
make
you could be cool,
make a
that would be
persuasion
cool.
check in the dark. I think my bowl is officially out. Yeah, I think I have one kicking around here. Hold on.
Oh my
A cool friend you found.
I didn't think LED bulbs could burn out, and I also didn't think they could get hot, but this is very hot. Okay. What did you roll for persuasion?
13.
That is all it takes. Wow. She kind of like looks over at you, looks at the space around her, and then just throws herself at you, kind of like into a giant bear hug, and like wraps her arms around you. And as she does so, she's like kind of hurling herself out of the orb at you. And all of you witness as Dunk comes like crashing to the ground with this girl who just needs to materialize out of the air into his arms. Dunk, as you are hurtling down towards the ground and feeling your head hit the wood, you watch as not you split into a lot of different pieces, but the world around you seems to. You kind of start to move in something of a slow motion as layers of the room that you are in fade in and out of view. And you can see a faded version of the study. Then you can see a faded version of the autumn wood of the material plane, the faded version of a shadowy, dark forest looking up at the sky, and then finally a world of blades on fire and even more beyond that all seem to come crashing back down onto you as your head oh, knocks against the wooden floor, and you feel strange tingle through your body, but you don't have enough time to really think too much about it as the rest of you are greeted by this young woman who's now wrapping herself around Dunk, hugging him. She goes, "Oh, you did this, you cracked it open, let me out. Oh, I owe you something, don't I?" I'm like, my thanks, my loyalty, my soul. Too late, that one's already gone. But I'll follow you, big guy, not because I have to. Oh, no, because I want to see where you go. And Draken, when we find him, I'll do the breaking this time. Oh, people, other people, all these people around me. Hello. Cena is already kind of like blades out, like looking around the room. But then
I'm
like
gonna
kind of
hold up.
immediately like lowers them, but just like force of sentinel memory. And just kind of stares around the room at the rest of the people as she like Clarissa pushes herself off of Dunk and then starts like rubbing her arms and like looking around the room. She goes, "Oh my God, look at this, look at this. Oh, I can touch the air, I can feel the ground. It's warm, it's cold, it's soft, it's hard. It can be all these things all at once. It's all mine now, all of it, every piece, and you can't take it away. None of you can. Oh, no, no. You're friends with them. I have friends too, lots of friends. I have friends, and you are all his friends, so friends of friends of mine."
Absolutely.
Hi.
Oh, oh, you're very
Nope.
loud. You all talk so loud.
Sorry.
No, no, it's okay. It's in my ears. It's in my head. It's in my chest. You all talk so much. I want to hear more. She's gonna go around to the closest person to Dunk. Who would that be?
Randy, give
Branwyn
him
was
yours.
woken up by the
Probably,
multi-dunks.
probably Randy, since
Okay.
he.
I gave him a slap on the back before he went in.
She's going to run up to you, Randy, and just kind of like place her hands on your shoulders and your arms and just kind of like start feeling down. She's, "Oh, I want it all. I want you to talk more, laugh more. Oh, cry if you want to. I cry a lot all the time. I want to hear every word and all the sounds. I'll keep it all, every last one, and never be alone again."
I just look at Willem, like with this look.
I don't know what that means.
Um,
Hello?
Hi. Hi, oh my God, hi. And she's gonna like kind of look around, and then because Randy was right next to Draken's body, she's like, "Oh, look at him, look at him. All still, all quiet. You did this, didn't you? You broke him for me. You did it. Ah." No, no, no. Too stupid. Too easy. Too clean. I wanted to watch him squirm. I wanted to hear him beg. See his stupid face twist into something uglier than it already was. And then she's gonna kind of kneel down by the body and just like shake and look at it.
Hey, I have a random question for you that I'm just dying to know the answer to. So he was a horrible man. We're all agreed about that.
Oh,
He
horrible
found this
man,
weird.
coward, cheat, couldn't even wait for me, couldn't give me satisfaction. You don't get
Yeah,
to be
no, he was
free.
scared.
Yeah,
He was scared of you. Yeah.
he should
Um,
be.
I was. We were snooping upstairs, and I found a scroll of polymorph, or it's a weird scroll of polymorph. I just gotta know, is he actually ugly, and he used magic to make himself hot?
Hold on, I have to think about how she would respond to this. Not ugly, what's the difference? They all get to be who they want to be because they're free. Not me, not free. Too dangerous, too scary. So trapped in the orb, little orb girl, I hear you talk about me. I hear them talk about me. I hear them talk to me. Who cares what it is? All I care is that he's gone, but he doesn't get to be free. Do you hear me? I say no. He doesn't get to leave me in that place and then run off to nowhere. I'll bring him back. I'll tie him up in his own magic and make him feel everything I felt and more. He'll wish he stayed dead. And she just starts to sob.
Yeah, I'll go over there and just kind of put a hand on her shoulder.
If it's any consolation, we did ruin all of his plans.
Oh, this is such a nice thing. You see me now, like you really see me. It's not just a dream. I'm not waking up. I did wake up.
Hey, Chris,
It's like
how
what?
hot is she? How hot is she? Just gotta ask. Just gotta ask.
Asshole.
Just gotta
If the
ask.
crazy and hot scale go hand in hand here,
She's smoking.
That
That's
is
a
that a
nat
nat
20.
20
That is a
hot?
nat
that's
20
so
hot.
horrible for her.
Hey,
Too
we
bad
said the
she's
name.
already in love with Dunk.
Oh no, I'm not gonna try to steal or anything. I was just curious.
Mr. Steal Your Orb.
Oh,
Your
I'm
orb
like
girl.
1,000 pieces
Excited
glued
about
back together again with screams and sparks, but you know what? That's fine. You want to know if he's hot or not? He doesn't matter. I'm beautiful. It's better than anything. I'm beautiful and terrifying, and I'll make the world beautiful and terrifying just like me. And she's going to
I
kind of
look at Willow
push herself
again.
up from the ground. She goes, "You've done me all a great service." And now this tower needs a person to make this house a home. I think I'll be just perfectly home here. And of course, friends and friends and friends of mine are always welcome here in this house of mine.
Since we're all friends, I feel obligated to let you know a little something about what's going on. Um, there is an all-consuming god from the blind eternities coming to eat the world.
What?
And
What was that? Wait, hold, stop that. There's a lot of
yeah,
people talking at once. No, no, he said he already knew about that. What, does no one else hear her? Just me, always me, just like in the orb, like the whispers, but this one different, softer, sweeter. Not like him, not like him, not with his lies. Who are you? Where are you?
Uh, who do you hear?
I hear her. Don't you hear it?
no,
I'm
bastard.
afraid I don't.
She's gonna like kind of walk to the other side of the room, and she's just gonna like look around, and look back at you. So you're real. You're real. You were there. She's looking at you now, Dunk. In the void, watching, waiting. What do you want from me? I'm not there anymore.
Uh, I don't want anything from you. I'm
I'm
just
not talking to
happy to
you. I'm
see that you're out
talking
of
to
the
her.
orb.
It's just a lot of people asking me things at once.
Hate to throw something else at you, but uh, what does she look like? Does she have a name?
Pretty name, kind of
Who has
familiar.
she?
Something right, something wrong. It's not real, but it could be real. I don't know. I've been gone a long time. This is very
Okay.
rude of me. You'll have to forgive me. She forgives me. You'll forgive me. What's everyone's names? I don't remember mine. I think it starts with C. I told someone lately my name. They said it sounded nice. Something pretty, something nice, just like me. They asked me what my name was, a voice I hadn't heard before.
Clarissa.
That's the voice. She's gonna come running over to you, Bremen, and just grab your face. You're the voice I heard inside my mind, so pretty, so fair. Hi. Your name is Clarissa?
Your name is Clarissa.
My
My
name's
name is
Clarissa.
Branwen.
Branwen.
Your
Branwen.
name's Clarissa.
Branwen. Clarissa. Branwen and Clarissa sitting in a tree. No, that's not right. I feel like that's something I heard a long time ago. How did you know where I was? Where did you come from? I'm glad you're all still in my tower, but how long are you planning on staying?
I mean, we have places to go.
Places to go and so many people to see. What's it like to be free? There's so much more I have to learn, so much more I have to see. And I'll see it in my due time. All the time I need.
Now that you're free, you don't have to stay in this tower. You can come with us.
Oh, this tower is mine. Tower's mine. I lived here. I grew up here. I will stay here till I die. Because it's where I'm from and where I wasn't born, but where I decided to call my house a home.
So where you were imprisoned.
Prison.
Wouldn't you
Prison. Tried to
a
put me in a gate. Tried to put the gate inside an orb. Put the orb inside a room and put the room inside a world. And there I was, and there I sat until I died, and then woke up again and died, and I think they call that sleeping. But I couldn't be sure. A lot of things have changed. Do you
Wouldn't
still
you
call it
rather
sleeping?
would you rather start a new life? I think that might be good for you.
New life? For all I know, I have a new life. A lease on life. I'm renting now, but or maybe I bought it. I can't be sure. But all I know is I'm here now and not in there. And that's all I ever wanted was to be out here and not in there. So all these things are now allowed. Okay, I can do these things I want to do. And all the things I have to learn and all the things that I can read about and all the things that I can practice because I didn't need him to teach me in the first place.
I agree. I think you would find a lot to love if you came with us.
Come with you? Cena chimes in from the back. Come with us?
This tower is not your home. This tower is your prison.
How do you make a house a home?
Welcome, Mats.
I think that's funny because it has the intonation of a joke, but I can't be sure what's funny and what's not.
Have you ever heard of? You must be very hungry. You haven't eaten in a long time, have you?
Hungry, hungry, hungry. Hungry's when you are.
It's like when you're
You
scared
put
in your
things in your
belly.
mouth and you chew it and you swallow and it makes you
Oh,
go.
like eating? I love to
Yes.
eat. I
Yes.
haven't eaten in a long time.
Well, boy, howdy, do I have something that you should try, and it's called Scramble.
Scramble. It is so nice
I
of
do
you
make
all
a
We,
mean
to save me and to be with me and to invite me into your home, not my home, into Draken's home. But Draken's not here anymore. So this is your home? No, this home is my prison. You're saying that I shouldn't stay in my prison. I've left my prison behind. My prison was dark and cold and lonely, and nobody ever came to talk to me except that one girl. And I heard her voice a couple of times, and then I heard another voice. Who's you? And then I met Clarissa, which is me. And sometimes there's gaps and I don't remember things. But if you're telling me that I shouldn't be in this place, then I'll leave this place. But I have nowhere to go because I don't know where I am.
place that you. Oh, there's brain people with brain holes there. Oh,
What's wrong?
Are you gonna be okay here by yourself? Like, can you take care of yourself?
Am I okay? I have everything I need. I have air, the ground, the people around me, the voices inside my head, the books on the shelves. I have everything I need and more. There's so much more to do, so much more to learn, and all these things that I can figure out how to do, I've always dreamt of doing. I had lots of time to dream, and sometimes the dreams went away. Sometimes they came back, sometimes they tried to kill me. Other times it was all great, and sometimes I never slept. But now I can do all those things at once and I'll at least be free.
I want to message. I guess Willem. And I'm gonna say, if we let her stay here, she will become Draken without the self control.
I will respond back. Under no circumstances should this woman be left here unsupervised.
If you want to,
I can cast my magic again. Oh my god. What do you guys want to see? What do you want to see? I can do all of these things.
if you want to come hang out with us for a little bit, you can come back. I can help you come back here.
Is this place not my home anymore?
Well, if you want to see like a new place,
Been here already. Don't you want to see something new?
Make a persuasion check.
does he get the help thing
Yes.
from me?
You can get it. You can roll
Or
the
I can
damage.
make the persuasion check.
Yeah, Bramlin can make the persuasion check with advantage because Randy is helping her.
Okay, I'll do that instead. I think I'm
Yep.
slightly better at.
2 3s.
That is a natural 20, my friend. For a total of 29.
See the world or stay at home. Stay at home where I used to be in jail. A jail inside an orb, inside a box, inside a gate, inside a what? I think I'll see the world, and if you're offering me the chance to see it with you, there's no better place that I could see than with you. And she's gonna grab your
You want to
face
go
again.
through?
Branway. Branway. And Cena just kind of goes,
Oh,
Um, so are we going back to the lake?
there's a lake?
Thing?
Is a lake what I think it is?
What?
Is a lake
Do you
what I
want?
think it
We're
is?
gonna. I don't know what you think it
I
is.
guess I
it's a
don't know
big,
what it is
it's a big
either.
wet thing.
We're gonna go through it
Water.
though.
We're gonna go through the water. They have a word for
We're gonna
that.
go through it. It's not swimming.
Oh, that was one I was pretty confident in.
Yeah, no, it's a little different. Um,
Then off to the lake we will go.
okay, guys, everyone ready to go?
Franklin, could I just grab you for a second?
And I'm just gonna take a minute
Yeah.
here with dear old Draken. And she's gonna kneel down and kind of take his face in her hands. It's just gonna start staring into it.
Hey, listen, I know there's a lot of ground to cover here, and I'm sorry for all the yelling earlier and stuff, but she's gonna need years of therapy.
Okay.
Yeah, I was just wondering if maybe we could go to the lake, sure, but once we're at the lake, what if we had a picnic with Scramble, and what if at this picnic maybe Amar showed up?
That sounds like an absolutely terrible idea that we should not do.
Yeah, are you whispering?
I pulled Brandon aside. We were
Um,
having a little
I'll have you make a stealth check either way if you're staying in the same room.
Can I distract Clarissa by also commenting on the corpse of Draken?
Sure. So you can do so with advantage, Willem.
Okay. 17.
Okay. Randy, how are you distracting Clarissa?
I'm gonna say, yeah, no, he's a complicated man, but mostly just full of himself.
Complicated, full of himself, not so full of himself anymore, full of blood and guts and other things I'd like to see the insides of. Go ahead.
I filled him with fire, so
You can continue your conversation, Bo.
Oh, well, like, he's got to know eventually, and also she's got to know that he didn't even know for a long time that she existed. So, like, it's kind of not his fault.
And
And I understand a lot of resentment there, but
you think that bringing in, surprising her with her father that she thinks abandoned her is a good idea.
oh, maybe we would have a little conversation beforehand. I didn't want to just spring it on her.
I don't.
Listen, we've got world saving stuff to do, and I know I was like all gung ho about letting her out, and I still think we made the right choice. But what are we gonna do?
Your conversation is interrupted by a deafening boom as between Clarissa's hands she casts Shatter upon Draken's head, clutched in her hands. And you just listen as she kind of cackles, and your ears are ringing, and blood and viscera kind of splatter all over her. And as she does so, sweet.
Are you rolling on a wild animal right now?
As she does so, she's kind of like, and immediately she kind of like vanishes from one end of the room and appears on the other side and kind of grips the floor. Me, oh my god, that felt good. And she kind of just like takes the blood and takes it down her face, and she goes, "Oh, I felt all of it. It felt so good. Not so handsome now." Uh,
I don't know, Willem. What should we do?
and I
Well,
think
you didn't
that's a
like
good
my
place
idea.
to end this session.
I could just listen to her talk all day.
Unless there's anything else anyone else would like to do before the end of this session, we will end it there. Actually, I do
I
see
love her.
Randy. You had messaged me about something.
that was just the speak to dead thing.
Oh, okay. Right.
I'll just give her a very obvious like like a curious look.
I am so excited for her and Dunk to be in love. That's
Very
all I
creative.
want. I love her.
And we thank you all for tuning in to another very exciting edition of Nat20Hot. We hope you all have a glorious week. We will not be here on Wednesday. We will, however, be back here at our usual time and place next Wednesday, which I believe is the dates, the 15th at 8 Eastern, 7 Central at twitch.tv/Nat20Hot. As always, if you want to catch up on everything you've missed over our 2 years of streaming and 88 episodes, you can go onto our YouTube channel, youtube.com/@Nat20Hot, where I have uploaded all of them as of today, which is great. And this one will be there by Wednesday to begin with as well. Thank you all. We wish you the very best of weeks, the very happiest of New Year's, and until next time, bye, Zomboy.
Bye,
Happy New
Zomboy.
Year,
Bye,
Zomboy.
Zomboy.